How's it going, everybody? I am Kyle from Fantasy Forge Studios, and we are back with the Everlast role-playing game, The Adventures of Eclaas. We are and will be joined by all of our players today, but for some reason we got no cameras for the vast majority of everybody today. So we're
here, we promise.
Yeah, you guys, we've got almost a full party. We're still waiting on Connor, but we've got almost a full party. But yeah, let's go ahead and just jump right into things. We're gonna try to speed things up as far as the progression goes from here on out, especially as we come to a conclusion of this campaign. So let's go ahead and start with introductions, starting with Max.
Hello, I'm Max. I play Zil. He is many things, many things. The naive thinks everyone should be doing the right thing, but not always sure what the right thing is. Is more than happy to tell everyone what we're doing, probably to our own detriment. The party tank loves getting in the way. Really tired of pirate antics. He's like, I just want you to listen. And many nicknames. It's like 5, but he needs more. It's about time for another nickname.
I actually just realized this. So the chibi art for Zil, I'm not used to having chibi Zil up there. Waffle is the wrong color. He's white. He should be brown.
I didn't even realize he had a color.
Yeah, he's a brown mouse. As far as like all the art that I've had commissioned of Waffle.
Well,
Sure.
These are also, keep in mind, these were based off of another artist's rendition of the Eclaas characters. And Zil is wearing a Gaston pants. So
Gaston pants? What does that mean?
Some skin tight, you know.
You can see his muscles rippling through.
Yeah. I forget what they're called, but the like really tight fitting pants.
Nice. Anyway, sorry, I just noticed that because I'm not used to having Zil's chibi up there. But nice, very cool.
It's been a while.
Cole, if you're there, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
Okay. Hi. Sorry, I think I was muted still. Hi everyone. I am Cole and I play Luxalia of the Silverwood, and she is a foxy lady, Glyvin to be sure. And she is, on trying to be the most holy person she can be, and is a shrine maiden of Amaterasu. But I don't know if she was ever actually, she kind of got abducted during her rites ceremony. I don't know if that's what you would call it.
Hey,
anyway,
she studied to be a
vows.
shrine maiden, and then things happened.
and, she got abducted.
And
then anyway, yeah. So she's the party healer and support, and sometimes will have occasionally a strong mana art that does damage. She likes the light. I based her a lot on light, as that's good. Hence Luxalia. Yeah, that's Luxalia. She's cool. She's got a mysterious background that we're slowly learning about.
Exactly. Slowly but surely. And we have got Dane.
Hey guys, my name is Dane, or Forge here at Fantasy Forge Studios. I play the character Yuki. She is a silver dragon from the far north reaches of Flamongolith, which is a city up in the Refinium Peaks. And silver dragon are pretty rare, so it's pretty uncommon, especially in this part of the world, to be seeing them. But she is a bard character, and aside from just being supporting and charismatic, she's actually a physical DPS. So she dual wields 2 broadswords, and she is a blade dancer, which is pretty cool. So she slices and dices the competition. So she's pretty cool.
Nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and introduce Belbin since Connor isn't quite here yet. But Belbin is a Glyvin from the Roku Horn. He is a grouchy old man as far as Glyvin years go. And he thrust into the adventure. He is pretty much, I would say, the antithesis of Luxalia. He lives in darkness and shadow, like literally. I think just recently he peaked into neutrals, not vice. But he is an oblate, a martial artist, and so he beats things up with his fist. And now he's got like a bunch of rings that give him like additional elemental damage to his already elemental damage blackened webbed hand wraps. And yeah, he definitely makes a lot of bad decisions, but sometimes he grounds the party a little bit in some reality, I'll say. But yeah, he is quite the character, that's for sure. And then we have Thordane, who is at this point the DMPC. He is the captain of Alomnia's Breath, and he is an elf of science. That's what he does. He travels the world and knows all kinds of things about ranger stuff, such as plants, such as tracking and being a guide and nature, but he's an elf of science first and foremost. And so he does everything with a logical spin to it, a logical bend, and he's also a philanthropist. And so he has been giving up a lot of his wealth, a lot of his stolen wealth from Calvinish. And yeah, he's there. He's a ranger, so he is a tracker, so he has the ability to do some offensive stuff with his bow from a distance, and then also some healing, specifically with his herb lore and things that he's good at there. So he's pretty cool. And I am Kyle. I am the Fate Weaver. I am playing both with and against these players as they forge their name into the lore of Everlast. Hence this being the Adventures of Eclaas. And yeah, I'm very, very excited to see where this adventure wraps up and how it wraps up and the decisions that the players do make. I am the creator of this world, and so feel free to use it for your own, basically your own homebrew stuff, but don't take it, claim it as your own. It is copyright by Fantasy Forge Studios, and so yeah, it's exciting. Very exciting stuff. If you are interested in more that have to do with Everlast, go check out our TCG, Veil of Twilight and Night of Martyrs. The physical product is now available on the website. So go head over to the website if you are interested in that. So we have all 4 sets that are currently available and released right now. So that's our online store, so go check it out. And then additionally, if you are still interested in the Everlast TCG, we have on Tabletop Simulator on Steam. So as long as you guys have that, it's $20 for Tabletop Simulator. But once you're there, go find the Everlast TCG, and we will be having monthly updates. We have a completely online version of the game, which you can use to make your own decks from Veil of Twilight, Night of Martyrs. Those are what's out right now. And we will be doing lots of stuff in our Discord for basically new deck, community decks, and updates that we're going to do monthly. Next month, should we announce next month's, Dane?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, this. Well, we will, I guess, have one more session before next month, but yeah, might as well
make it very exciting. So next month is going to be Eclaas themed, and so we have a bunch of Eclaas cards that are coming, including promos that we saw in the first set, the Heroes of the West, and the Veil of Twilight as well. We have the EXs coming along with a bunch of very playable arts as well. And so you can be able to add
very playable
arts. And so you can go ahead and add those. And there will be new Eclaas coins. There will be Eclaas dice. There will be Eclaas new playmat, a new table. So right now it is currently themed for the Battle of the Bards, which is Prismatic Petals and Opus 6. And we got actually official Opus 6 and Prismatic Petals music there to be able to listen while you play the game as well. And so on the music player, you can just sit and do that. But Dane and I have been streaming the past few weeks on Wednesdays JST at 9 a.m. JST, some Everlast TCG, and kind of showing off some decks that we've been making. And once you learn Tabletop Simulator, it's pretty easy. The game moves super fast and it's really fun. So go check that out. Go ahead and subscribe to it so you can actually play it. And then it's not a subscription fee. Like I said, it's completely free, and we'll be doing monthly updates as well on it, and so that'll continue to change. But feel free to subscribe to it, favorite it, and also leave it a like. It helps us to get more noticed on the Steam Workshop for that. So big thanks to everybody
And
so far.
go check out the Discord. I just posted another deck list.
Oh, heck yeah. There we go. And those decks, so like as I mentioned, like monthly as we do updates, we have 3 chests that are in the game. First chest is going to be just basically the sets that we have released so far. So right now we have Twilight, Knight of Martyrs, and then the middle deck is EX Battle decks, and so those are going to be the pre-made decks. That right now there's 2 decks in there, Opus 6 and Prismatic Petals, and then we're going to do a community deck list. And so in the community chest will be all kinds of community decks that we'll add that everybody will be able to play. So we're going to choose 1 to 2 decks a month to be able to put in there for people to try out on their own, which is cool. Kind of give you an idea of how to build
Don't let me be
decks.
the only one filling up the community deck list.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Max makes pretty good decks, but I want you guys to try it.
I'll do it.
And Dane and I,
I'll do it. But...
if you guys are curious on how to build an Everlast deck, go into our videos from this past Wednesday. At the very end of the stream, Dane and I went together and we made a electric Fort Valenthal deck list, a Mira deck list. And so when it comes to like general like ratios of cards to put in there, what cards are good, talk about strategy and things like that, go check out the end of that video. It's like the last 30 minutes of the video we go into depth and talk about how to build a deck. So if you are curious and you are shy,
I go overboard on creatures. So.
That tends to happen. Usually, general rule of thumb, about 50% creatures in your deck. So, but that's okay.
I'm at like 55.
Yeah, it's all
So...
good. 55 creatures out of 60? Out of 60 cards?
Yeah, 55%.
Yeah, exactly. Some decks will use more, some decks will use less, but yeah, just general rule of thumb, that's the case. And so go check that out. There's a lot of good strategy and deck building tips there as well. So again, just go to our Twitch. You guys are here anyways, and go down to our Wednesday video, which was the Might of Mithril Delve versus Behemoth deck or game. So yeah, very cool. And if you guys do want to find people to play with online, if you're like, oh, this is cool, but I want someone to play with, that's what our Discord is for as well. So we have a section down at the very bottom for people to find people to play with, and so you guys can exchange friend codes on Steam and everything to get games going between you guys. So very exciting. Is there anything else, Dane, before we jump right in?
I think you covered everything.
I think so too.
We're good. Yeah.
Right. Sweet. All right. Well, then let's go ahead and do a little bit of a recap and jump right into the adventure. Eclaas, they are an adventuring group who have made their way through the Inland Strait and the southern seas of Everlast in order to gather the keepers of the keys, which there are 4 elemental keys, Eclaas being the keeper of the Earth Pillar key, Nalgoric Cragheim being the keeper of the Flame Key, King Farrand of Feshenfey being the keeper of the Sea Key, and then Aldrich Monta Blair being the keeper of the Sky Key. The council was done, and there's a bunch of demonic activity going on here in the Inland Sea, specifically relating to Lolothi. And so this adventure thus far has been gathering information about Emaneth, a demon that seems to be taking over and trying to rise to power, and also the release of the soul of Lolothi, or the spirit of Lolothi, who is now in the ether that was being kept inside the dragon, great dragon from the very beginning of Everlast time, Nazrahim. And so he was drawing energy from the flame pillar in order to have the power to keep Lolothi within him and his strength. And so now that he's been released, all heck is going on here in specifically Aishan Island, but the Great Peninsula as a whole. Volcano erupted because of the power that basically was being drained from the flame pillar, and Aishan Island pretty much burnt down. Falomberge, the Draken City, covered in magma and whatnot. The forests, the jungles burnt down, and Takai Town at the very south of the island where the adventure began was overtaken by pirates. So right now in the seas, Jackman Nobbs is a notorious pirate of evil and ill intent, who is traveling the seas in order to basically claim the world for himself and for basically freedom, essentially freedom from tyranny. But his thoughts his desires have become perverted as he started to do the will of the demonic presence that has settled upon the Aishan Archipelago and the Inland Strait as a whole. And so Eclaas aboard Alomnia's Breath are currently in the decision to try to figure out how to take down Jackman Knobs, whether it's gaining information from pirates that they've been tracking down, whether it's gaining new items from ships that they have commandeered, going to talk to Smoldran, trying to figure out what's going on with the few allies that they do have against an entire pirate fleet led by Jackman Knobs. Because currently he is at Sky Spire Island where the Sky Pillar is, and there is a lot of there's a lot of bad stuff going on here. There's an undead ship controlled by Jackman Knobs, controlled by an ancient evil named Ragnik, and above it all, there's still the evil presence of the spirit of Lolothi out there, potentially trying to find another host. So there's all kinds of things that Eclaas has to keep track of. I know the life of an adventurer is a tough one, but they are currently right now in the possession of a map that they got from Rubok, who is a captain of one of the ships, who was the first mate of Jackman Knobs, who doesn't want to do the willing necessarily any more of Jackman Knobs, especially since he's turned to evil demonic ways, but he is bound by contract, which is this map, to essentially do the will of Jackman Knobs in this demonic contract. And so Eclaas have imprisoned him so he doesn't kill anybody, specifically the other pirates that have been freed from the shackles of their of their pirating ways, I guess.
Reformed.
Reformed.
We like to say.
There we go.
Maybe,
and so he doesn't go on a killing spree, which basically the contract as a captain of one of Jackman Knobs' fleets, it basically compels him to do so. And so he wants to work with Eclaas to try to bring down, or at least end his contract with Jackman Knobs, but he is physically himself unwilling to, or unable to turn against him. And so Eclaas has taken him prisoner and is using his map to track down where Jackman Knobs is and use it as a strategy to figure out where to strike, where the iron is hot. But they, the last thing that they did is they made their way back to Takai Town, and of basically I think the third day after they've arrived, third day after they've arrived, and much of the mess on the beach has been cleaned up, and the town has begun full-fledged being rebuilt, starting with the shrine at the very top of the city. Remember, this is a town that is built into the side of the mountains. It's a tiered city that goes down to the beach, and Eclaas, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you guys as you lead Rubok and his pirates chained and manacled up back into Takai Town, where they had fled just days previous.
Well, we have this pirate now with his minions. Have we put him in the prison yet? I'm assuming we're at Alomni's Breath now.
Yeah, you guys,
point, right?
you guys can make your way to the docks if that's the first thing you want to do. Head over to Alomni's Breath. There is a new brig that you guys did get put into the prison on the very lowest level. So if you guys look at your ship here, Alomni's Breath, on the very lowest level, there is a small brig here that you're able to deposit Rubok at.
Very nice. Is Belbin still carrying the shackles?
The what?
The shackles of Rubok.
Yeah, I mean, like, Belbin is the shackles. I mean, whoever gave him I think it was like chain that Luxalia used to chain everybody up, and you guys just led them by chain to Takai Town. By the way, welcome, Connor.
That is correct. Lots of chain.
Belbin, how are you feeling about them now? I know you didn't necessarily like them at the beginning. Oh no! You can't hear him.
You may need to connect
Belbin,
your mic.
You're very quiet. Speak up, Belbin.
Out of character.
He's thinking real hard.
Again, out of character.
Find your voice.
Well, in the meantime,
you guys hear me now?
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
there you go.
Yep. There he is.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're good.
Ah, there it is. Whew. Can you remind me about the shackles? Sorry, I'm not still just.
Yeah, it was
set up.
just chain that was Luxalia used to chain everybody up because
And-
Rubok is right now impelled to kill basically all of the pirates that are
Oh.
betraying. And so
Yes.
currently you guys took him back to Alomnia's Breath and you have put him in your prison that was set up in Alomnia's Breath. And so with that, what was that, Yuki, about the chains?
I was just saying, Belbin, I know that you didn't necessarily have a great relationship with them. Are you feeling at ease, I guess? No.
With the pirates.
Yeah, and Rubok, even though he looks like he wants to strangle you right now.
Yeah, he's just like...
Look,
Well, it's interesting because his face is pretty calm, but you can see his muscles are tensed, and like as soon as you lock him in the brig, he goes over and he's like almost like compelled to almost like try to break out and pull these bars apart. Like he is like an animal, but his face is decently calm. Like his face doesn't match his actions.
I think I still would have preferred just to kill all of the pirates. So
we got this
I was not
nifty map.
super happy, but I guess this is like a fine consolation prize. Is at least he'll be in jail.
Pretty good.
Thordain-
You've spent a lot of time in jail, Belbin.
Well, in that jail I think I've actually been in, and that was probably before it was redone, and it wasn't too bad. I've been in worse.
That's good.
Yeah.
It is our
Jail
job to keep our
been in-
prisoners nice and cozy. We don't live in squalor here, thanks to Bree and her efforts.
Belbin, how many jails have you been in?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More than I have fingers.
Oh my gosh.
Does that count toes?
Okay. He said fingers.
Yeah, I can't max out my toes, but I'm not far off. You know?
So it's between 10 and 20.
Yeah.
That's a lot of prisons, Belbin.
I've done my time. You get caught a lot.
But if the crimes must have not been so bad unless you spent the vast majority of your youth in prison.
Well, there are other ways out of prison.
Bribes.
Kind of. Some don't take money.
Anyways, so what? Thordain turns around and addresses everybody. He says, I must remind everybody here and our crew, no harm is to be laid upon Rubok. He came willingly, even though he doesn't look like it. But if he is to perish, then our advantage of this map does disappear. Remember, as soon as soon as the last breath of life comes from him, this contract is wiped completely clean. So let's not do that, no matter how tempting it is.
Yeah, Yuki warns all the people that he's a good guy at heart. Not obviously Eclaas knows, but all the people on the ship. Like, hey, if you get close to the bars, he'll probably try to strangle you. But he doesn't mean it. So just be careful. Be careful around it. Well, I guess that leaves us, and Yuki looks at the map with the rest of you. I guess that leaves us with a couple options now that we have the locations of everything. And she looks at it, and she's currently with the party, I guess, kind of looking to see where things are as they stand, if they've changed, I guess.
Yeah, so as you unfurl this map, and Thordain, he says, why don't we go to the captain's quarters to look at this? Which brings you guys up to the captain's quarters. There's a table that's there with just enough seats to fit all 5 Eclaas members. As you guys unfurl it on the table, you see that there is a decent amount of movement, and probably the 4 to 6 hours that it took in order to get back here. So it is about right now evening, like the beginning of the evening of that 3rd day. As you look at this map, you see that positionings seem to have changed a little bit. It doesn't seem as if it's immediate, like they're all going in one direction. It seems more or less patrolling. But the red dot that was, or the black dot that was up above where Ragnik's ship was, it does seem to be making its way, probably again like about 30 miles off the coast of Aishin Island, down eastward, like southeastward. You're unsure if it's going back towards Skyspire Island or if it's making its way down towards the Bay of Takai Town. It's difficult to tell.
Well, I guess we still have some time. How long is it, just in general, above game, from Takai Town's port to Flomberge?
Depends on the direction that you're going. So it's about 12 hours if you go around basically the long way, which is the west end, which is the way Alomnia's breath came to begin with. And then it's about 8-ish hours going up. It's like 6 to 8 hours going up on the east side.
I guess that leaves us with a couple decisions. I know that we need to report back to Aishin Flomberge. However, we also, I mean, I think we kind of talked about this a little bit, but should we get Smoldran involved in this? At the very least, let him know that his dad's no
say
longer.
hi to Smoldran.
I know.
think
It makes
he's
me
pretty
nervous. He is pretty cool, but he's also a dragon.
I can do the talking. It's fine.
Okay, I know he likes you a lot, Zil, but you know, he hasn't met Luxalia or Belbin or Thorday.
Okay, does he actually like Zil, or does Zil just think he likes Zil?
Make a wisdom skill check for me.
Oh man.
Hey. 14.
You were useful to him. He likes you
I'll
as much.
take it.
He likes you as much as how useful you were to him.
Well, at the very least, we
I'll
could
take
say that his father is no longer possessed by a demon. Maybe that's why he left the nest.
Perhaps he
Praise
was
the parents.
compelled to leave the nest in that way.
Well, it would be nice if we could get him to fight on our side. But I worry if something goes south with Smoldran, personally, that it would be tough for us to get back to Flomberge. So, do you think we should get back to Flomberge first and then head on over to the Earth Pillar?
That sounds good
I want
to
to go
me.
see the dragon.
Yeah, well, you know, gotta take the risks, or not take the risks with so much on the line. Well,
Thordain strokes his chin and he says, if we were to go directly to Terabay Island, where Smoldran currently is, that would probably take us about 18 hours of straight sailing in order to get there. 6 hours if we do go on the east side is a little out of the way, and so we can give or take about another day to get there. I think it has more to do with if we notice any odd patterns of the ship movements. Clearly, there were ships that fled from the attack at Takai Town. It's already been a few days since, meaning they're probably close, if not already back at Skyspire Islands to inform Jackman Nobbs of everything that we've done, meaning mobilization is bound to happen one way or another. Time is
I
not
guess
on
that
our
means-
side.
Yes, time is of the essence, I guess. Well, luckily we have this map. Well, I agree with Luxalia, personally. I think we should go, at the very least, let King Nagorgrakheim know, as well as King Ferrand. And also, we need to make the decision, maybe we can do this while we sail up there, where to hold this final battle. I kind of have a feeling they're going to be coming at Takai Town. However, since the Void Crystal is in Flomberge, there's always a risk that the battle could be happening there. You know?
Also, at some point, it could be worth trying to destroy the Void Crystal.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could try that when we get back, when we get up there. What do you think, Belvin?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what would be like best for Owen. I think that we might need to talk to Smoldran. I think if we go and try to deal with the Void Crystal and it doesn't amount to anything, then we're just kind of we waste a lot of time. Where
Well, it's not-
Smoldran,
It's not as much about wasting the time with the Void Chris. That's more of a side adventure.
Okay.
I would say it's more about letting King Nagor Kragheim and King Farron know what's going on, because they don't know anything that went on here at Takai Town.
Yeah.
Question, Kyle.
Yes.
How old is Smoldren? Do we know?
Smoldren, he's a young dragon, but a young dragon could be hundreds of years. He is younger than the second age, so he is a third age dragon, based purely on his size.
What age?
Third age right now, so he's a third age dragon, meaning you're right now 600 and you're 647. I could be wrong.
So he
647.
probably
So he's not 1,000 years old, but he's based off of his size. He's at some point here he was born within the third age.
So we're in year 670.
I don't think it's 70. 640. I think I had a calendar here somewhere.
I'm wondering if he would know anything about Maz.
637.
Oh yeah, Maz. Well, we could always ask him. I just feel like if we're going to kill two birds with one stone, it's going to be a lot safer to go to Flomberge first, since it's shorter, and then go to...
We could also warn King Nalgora Kragheim with this map of the movements of the pirates, especially when we do get there, so they know to make a defense if it is necessary and which direction they are coming from. Clearly, we'll take the map with us, but we can at least tell them the most recent, up-to-date locations of everything so that we could be best prepared.
Well, then let's not dilly-dally. Bree, set forth for Takai, or Flomberge. I think we should go East Path, too. You know, that sounds like it'd be a good time.
It does take us close to Ragnik. Closer.
Ask another lore question.
Yes.
How long was the first age, and how long was the second age?
It's different. It's different. The first age was around 2,000 years. Second age was actually closer to 3,000 years.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep those notes up to date.
I'm also kind of thinking as well, if we do happen to run into Ragnik, maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing. With Jackman Knobs not there, potentially.
As long as we're prepared, I don't know if doing any damage to the ship. I don't know if a Glyphex cannon would be able to do anything, but if we were to go into combat with Ragnik and his ship against the other crews of... I would rather take him on a one-on-one battle, let's just say, as opposed to all-out brawl amongst other pirate ships as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know. Whatever you guys think. And Yuki's going to peace out real quick as she uses the bathroom in real life. She'll be back.
Nice. I think we should go to Flomberge first. Or was that already decided?
I think it was put up to a vote.
It sounds like it, and Zill's not happy, but it's fine.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yes? Are we in agreement? Flomberge first, quick detour to Flomberge, and then very quickly from both points of basically the both tips of the island, it's still about around 18 hours to get to Terabay Island. So whether you're leaving from here or there, it's not further technically away. It's just further by having to sail all the way up to the tip of Aishan Island. 6 hours. So you could get there probably by the middle of the night. If you do go the eastern route, I guess.
Okay. Question for you. Did we get the forge installed?
Yeah, everything's installed. So your reinforcement of the hull is ready. The forge is installed. So looking here at the map, the forge is at the front end of your ship on the bottom, with the prison right here. And then your treasury is at the very back of the hull of the ship. And then this is the second floor up, where your guys' rooms are, including the med bay, which is at the very back above the treasury. The kitchens and basically dining hall are at the front here, and then you guys are currently in. There's 2 rooms. There's like the sub captain's room that currently Horatius is in, and then the main cabin for Thordain and the captain. And then there is a kind of third level up here. Underneath it's just storage. So this is mostly ammunition storage for your ballistas and whatnot.
Fantastic. While we're mucking about, can Zil fix his broken axe?
Yeah, absolutely. During your sailing, you can absolutely do that. Thordain does mention to the group, before we do set sail, what should we tell the people of Tuck Town? Should they evacuate just in case Tuck Town does get invaded again? Should we send them north to Flomberge to cease their efforts, or should they know to be able to set up a defense either way?
Is there anyone in Tuck Town that would be worth having to try to fight for us?
They can fight kind of militia style fighting. So Tuck Town is primarily a vacation destination. So there's some general kind of guards people that are here, but as far as warriors go, the vast majority of them were slain in the initial attack from Tuck Town.
So they'd be relatively useless to try to enlist.
Yeah,
but
some of them
their
could be
safety,
some of them could be sailors. And behind anyone can fight. I mean, I think of Helm's Deep. Anybody can fight when you're behind a fortification, and it gives you better chances. Tuck Town is literally just open right to the beach. So if a bunch of ships come up again, the chances of it being overtaken, unless, for example, you guys were here or they had a navy or armada down here, it could easily get overrun again, like how it was the first time.
Well, I think that leaves us our best decision is to evacuate to Flomberge then, right? Just abandon Tuck Town for the time being?
Yeah, but so they would have to go the way that we came down, right? With all the...
Through the woods?
Yeah, and all the, crap and everything.
There's enough people that I think can get their way through.
And we did notice
Still
there
mostly
wasn't a
covered in
lot of dangers on the road either. There was pretty much nothing. It was just desolation everywhere.
Well, yeah, but I remember it was hard going. We had to make a lot of checks to...
'Tis
make
true.
sure we were...
Although it is days since the volcano has erupted.
Okay. Yeah, we can set them free. You know what they say, if you love something, you have to set it free. So
Belbin, maybe you can get your monkey friends to help escort them.
I don't know if the monkeys will leave the jungle though. They might take them a little bit of the way.
That's assuming a lot from a monkey.
That's true. And I don't speak the monkey language super well. I've tried to tell them to do some things and they don't do it. So it's up to them how willing they are to help me.
They are an
Have you
honorary
tried
folk.
asking nicely?
In my best monkey language, I've tried.
Okay.
Nothing solidifies a bond quite like spending time in a hot springs together.
Yes.
Whether that is flinging
Good
poop at each other
times.
or just bathing.
Luxalia doesn't like it when I try to fling poop at her in the hot springs.
I don't like when I can see you in the hot springs. There's a men's and a women's for a reason, Belbin.
I don't know if we had a men's and a women's on this one. I think we all started in the same one.
Well, we were fighting monkeys.
I think there was a men's and a women's, Belbin.
And maybe
Well,
maybe
I may
there's
have been in the wrong one then.
Yeah,
maybe
that's why I had a problem.
maybe there's just one onsen, but it is different times are scheduled for different people. But as of the current situation, Domon Onsen doesn't seem to be under much management at the moment, so it's kind of a free for all. Hence the monkeys.
That makes more sense. Yeah, no, that's... I mean, I can try to enlist the monkeys if you really want, but I give it a 20% chance.
Okay. What I'm going to have you guys do instead of role-playing this all out, so is the decision to send everybody north to
I think
Flomberge?
that's the best decision.
Pilgrimage
Personally.
them?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a couple different checks. So one, Who are you going to go to help guide them? I mean, the monkeys is one, so I guess we can try the monkeys first. Which, Belbin, I'm going to have you make an influence skill check for me to go talk to the monkeys. You make your way into the onsen, and the monkeys have taken the whole place over. They aren't attacking the few people that are using it, though, that are bathing their wounds. They're just kind of separate and intermingling in there. But yeah, influence skill check.
It's a 13.
13. They hear ya, but they don't seem to be taking anything to it. They just seem to be relaxing. Which brings us to the next question is who here you could trust. So there's a couple different options. There are those pirates from the very beginning when you guys first came in and attacked that were terrified of you because they thought you were vengeful spirits of Alomnia. They're technically still here, and they seem to have tried to integrate themselves into Takai Town here. They've actually abandoned like their pirate getup, and like they've just donned like regular clothes, so they're trying to fit in. There is also a few villagers that are here, so some workers from Dublin Onsen, and then also just a few people that were familiar generally with the areas that weren't like vacationers here, but were actual locals.
Is there anyone who specifically is like known for like trading back and forth between Flomberge and like a merchant that went back and forth to trade resources in time?
I am going to have each of you individually go ahead and make a knowledge skill check for me as you go around talking to generally the people as quickly as you can. This is gonna be with despair, with the rush of everything. Knowledge skill checks with despair for everybody to see if you can find somebody.
I got a natural 1 for 2.
Good to know. You're talking with the monkeys, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
A 10.
Okay.
I had a dirty 16 and you stole it from me.
Yeah, Thordan got a 12.
Okay.
And Yuki got a 15.
Okay.
Sorry, which stat was this again?
Knowledge, so it's under your mind. So it's a skill under your mind stat.
Yes. Knowledge. Ah, yes. 9.
9. You are able to get some people who are familiar with the jungle. Not necessarily were traders between Flomberge and whatnot. But Thordane, he with his skill, he basically gives them enough from like the shrine passage, enough information to get them to the path. And he says basically just try to follow the path. People generally are hesitant to it. Nobody wants to abandon their homes once they've retaken it, but the conversation that you have had with them is convincing enough to get to a point. So like the few people that are familiar with the jungle, specifically within the immediate vicinities of the jungle, you set them on the path. But I'm actually gonna make a... What is Thordane's wisdom skill modifier?
His wisdom modifier is a 4.
4, okay.
Or his mind modifier?
His wisdom.
It's a 4. Plus 4.
All right, so I'm going to roll a d16 with the modifier to see if they successfully find their path without any issues. Okay. This could be an 8. They're going to take basically an extra day and a half additional walk to get there. So right now, as it were, if you're just like walking, it's about a 2-ish day journey. So it's going to be almost 4 days for them to get there.
That's fine.
Does anyone die on the way?
We could
What is
check.
this?
We could check to see.
What is this? The Oregon Trail?
No, it's not a long.
Dysentery?
It's not a long enough journey without like food and stuff to have people actually like die of it. But people are exhausted by the time they get there. They don't come into Flomberge happy, essentially.
Nice.
But they are exhausted. So if there is any fight to happen, they will not be super duper useful. But they're there. They're safe, at least, as far as that goes. But anyway, so the group of Eclaas, you guys make your way back to Alomnia's Breath in order to sail. So again, which brings the decision, eastward or westward? So westward is, like I said, about 12-ish hours. Eastward is going to be more like 6, so half the time.
Well, I mean, we could spend that 6 hours conversing and then basically be on our way to Terabay Islands, to be honest. Like, we don't need to stay in Flomberge all that long if we can get an audience really quick. So if that's probably the most time efficient way, but I'll leave that up to,
Is it a more dangerous route?
yes, potentially Ragnick.
It is more dangerous. About 30 miles off the coast, it looks like Ragnick and his ship is making its way southeastward.
Right. I guess we are in a rush, and we might have to face him anyway at some point, so...
Yeah, I'm fine with it if you guys are.
I don't
Yeah,
need
do
much
it.
sleep. I can keep my eyes peeled, at least on this map, while everybody does get rested up. Because if we do not, and a fight does come to us, we need to be well rested for that.
Okay. Well, I think we should head on that way, and we'll, at the same time as we're going, we're just keeping an eye on that black dot.
As you get everything ready and prepare to set sail, you notice that people are seemingly taking their time, dragging their feet in a Takai town, packing things up in order to go. And so by the time you leave, they haven't departed yet. Meaning if you guys are in a decent rush to go, the earliest you can leave is about 10 p.m. that evening.
Yep, we'll do that.
So you begin to set sail along the very peaceful shores. At this point, all of the smog and ash from the volcano has fallen. You are no longer breathing in ashy air, and it is clear in your lungs. You can definitely tell the night air has gotten quite chilly as you are entering the month of November. Speaking of which, it is November 3rd of 6:37. I pulled up my my calendar for the first time in forever. But yes, it is November 3rd.
Nice.
And so you guys begin to set sail around to the eastern side of Takai Town. I am going to ask what the watch is going to be, who's going to be keeping watch during this time, and there's only going to be one watch.
Sariel.
Is it Sariel? Is Sariel keeping watch for you?
With Belbin.
Yeah, if she's gonna be on watch, I'm gonna be on watch with her because she is useless.
Okay. All of the
I can't guarantee she's gonna make it to the end of the watch.
Belvin. Well, I just think we should
rotate.
we should just rotate through. Just make sure we're getting enough rest, but maybe every hour or so.
Yeah, and so basically you'll arrive early in the morning, around 4 a.m. In the morning. If you guys sail well with the speed of Alomnia's breath. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and have Belbin go ahead and make a wisdom skill check for me. No, not wisdom. It's going to be a it's wisdom. Wisdom skill check for me. It's going to be with hope with Sariel.
Okay, it's an at 16 for 18.
As the night drags on, it's a pretty clear night. Not many clouds, and there is a super duper bright moon. It is almost full moon during this. And so you see that it actually sheds a lot of light in all surrounding areas. You can see probably around 2 a.m. You make your way, we'll use Luxalia here, all the way up to this point. You can notice to your left, the volcano is now very much looming up and over you on Aishan Island, and it is very dark in this area. Lots of mountains, and the entire journey you don't notice much really sense of life moving in the jungle. So this side did not basically the jungle here is still lush and green. Even all the way up until this point, it seems like the lava just kind of spilled mostly into the main valley here. But as you watch basically the eyes on the ocean eastward, you can see very, very, very far off in the distance lightning strikes. And these strikes seem to be very, very concentrated to a small area. This is likely to be Ragnick, meaning they may be able to see you as they basically, this ship travels around with like a constant storm with it, essentially.
Sariel, do you see that? Does Sariel see that?
She does. In fact,
That's
she was the
first
one
thing
who
she's seen.
in fact, she was the one who actually pointed it out to you, Belbin.
Of course she was.
Of course she
Even
was.
with my natural 16.
Yeah. That was teamwork.
And so now she's
And with
trying to
that
take
natural
credit for all my hard
And with
work.
that natural 16, your bond has deepened. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Ooh, boy. So they might see us, Sariel. Do you think that they've seen us? Do you think we should go on alert?
She thinks about it for a moment, and she says, maybe for the next hour we can watch to see if they are coming any closer.
Should we go out looking for trouble? See if we can track them down?
Her eyes, like, kind of, like, widen, and it's just like, what are you saying? As she says, I don't think that's a very good idea, Belbin.
Sariel, you're spineless. Why did I ask you?
We're keeping watch together.
Yeah, and you're up here because you're keeping watch.
Is it sleep deprivation that's making you not think right? As she like looks at you, there are bags that are starting to go under your eyes a little bit.
We're gonna run into him one way or another. Wouldn't you rather be on our terms?
I guess, but it's not me you have to convince. Balthazar is the one at the helm right now.
Yeah, I know, but you're putting up a fight, and I just want to fight you.
I don't want to fight you.
Yeah, but that's because I'm a good lookout. Okay, I'm gonna go down.
Make an influence skill check for me real quick.
Let's see, fighting words. Influence 6.
She looks to you, and tears start to well up in her eyes. She has taken it completely seriously, as like everything. I mean, it's probably serious, but not in a joking way. And she, like, tears begin, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I'm trying." And then she kind of turns away from you, and she like sits down on like a tall stool that's up there, and like she, with her hands on her knees, as she just like stares off into the distance. She doesn't want to talk to you.
I will leave the crow's nest to go talk to Balthazar really quick.
Yeah, you approach, and Balthazar says, is there anything afoot out there?
Yes, Ragnik is due east.
How far due
away.
east? Does he like...
Far away. You can barely see his storm that follows him everywhere.
And you're sure it's his storm?
As sure as I can be. There's a lot of lightning. You can look at the map, but when we looked at the map last, he was kind of in that area. Do we want to go and try to approach him or check it out? What do you think, Balthazar? It's just you and me awake.
Make an influence skill check for me.
What are you dragging us into, Belbin? Goodness.
Something silly.
Sorry, do you say influence?
Influence.
That's an 11.
11. He looks to you and he says, perhaps. It is not me you need convincing, but the captain, but...
This is turning into a wild goose chase.
I think what you have to say does serve some merit. And he kind of like strokes his like long gray beard as he says, man the helm. I'm gonna go have a chat with our captain.
No.
Right.
Why, Balthazar?
Are you changing course or are you sticking to the course? Currently the winds right now are going about northwest-ish.
Northwest-ish. I am going to start turning the ship.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You begin to slowly...
If we need to catch him, it's gonna be a short detour if we want to turn back.
Okay.
So
you begin to start turning into the wind, and so the ship begins to slow a little bit. As you begin turning eastward, Balthazar, he makes his way down to the captain's quarters, and he knocks on the door. Captain! Dane.
Oh, yes. I'm playing Thornton. Ah, yes. What is it, Balthazar? I was just reading a book.
Hi. I need a word with you, Captain. In
Yes.
private.
In private, and he lets him into the space
Okay.
and says, "Could I get you some water? Our guest next door has reminded me of the importance of hydration."
Belay that. I have something very important to discuss with you.
Oh, important! And he pulls up a seat. Lay it on me.
So, this map that you have, this enchanted map, cursed map,
Oh, yes, this one. And Thornton pulls it out.
where is the position of this black dot I've been hearing about?
He looks at it. And how close?
It is gotten closer, actually, to Aishan Island. So it is no longer about 30 miles off, but more or less 15 miles off.
Okay.
The course.
And like in what position? Like due east, or is it? Can we see that it's moving towards Takai Town?
It has
Is that what we're
moved.
seeing?
It has moved southward towards Takai Town. I mean, in the general direction of it doesn't see. It seems to have turned away from Skyspire Island, essentially.
Okay. Well, Thordain sees that and he's like, "Oh, well, it's good that we evacuated Takai Town. It seems that they're going to Takai Town. Well, luckily for him, Ragnik will, or luckily for us, Ragnik will find nothing there."
Which brings up what I need to say. So, I was speaking with Belbin, and he brought up a quite smart point.
That's pretty strange for Mel, but I jest. And he slaps him on the back.
Hence the
Belbin
reason I
is-
speak
is-
to you, Captain. Decision's yours, clearly, but
Okay. What did Belbin suggest?
Belbin suggests that we meet them head on. We keep the odds in our favor as opposed to waiting for them to attack us. Granted, we are able to keep eyes on this ship as long as we have this map, and with that being the case, he did notice that there was a storm off on the horizon. A storm which he believes, and I have thus confirmed, is Ragnik's ship. Do you
Well,
think, Captain, that we are prepared for battle if we were to go confront him, per se?
I mean, there are some strategies, and basically Thornton just goes into talking about for the next 5 minutes all the different strategies he could think of going through, including the fact that it might be nice fighting him one-on-one without Jackman Knobs there. However, they still don't know how to necessarily kill Ragnik, so that might be bad. We don't know anything about the ship, so that's an unknown factor, and how we're going to survive the storm, or whether or not they can affect the weather, but we don't know if they can affect the sea. He's going to go into all the stuff about it, and he's going to say, "And I can see that they're going southwards. It doesn't seem like they've seen us, so it seems like we'd be going to pick a fight ourselves. It'd be one thing if we were defending ourselves."
Make a wisdom skill check for me for Thordain.
Pretty good. Dirty 16.
There is a hunch that you have. As you look out the back window, you notice that you now see very clearly the island, Aishan Island, completely at the back, meaning the ship has turned due east.
Oh, but Thordain's like, wait. Who's manning the ship? Well, why are we going the opposite direction?
Belbin was so kind. The opposite direction, and he goes over
alright.
and he looks out the window.
Okay, Balthazar, you need to learn.
That scallywag.
Thordain is a rogue. He means well, and I see what he means by this, but he is run by his passions. Let's go talk to him. Maybe we can convince him.
Okay, so the two of
They
you
go
make
up.
your way out of the captain's quarters up to Belbin, who is just Sariel's up in the crow's nest, just arms crossed and just looking just forward. She seems to have shut off her mind to everything. She's pretty upset. But Belbin is just happily just sailing this thing. It definitely, like I said, has slowed down. The sails themselves are just kind of waning with yeah, we're just waning with the wind. Kind of
Yeah,
at your
Belbin,
backs.
Belbin, or Thornton comes up to Belbin with the map and says, "Oh, Belbin, seems like you're turning towards trouble. It seems like they're not even coming towards us. It doesn't look like they've seen us.
Yeah.
What is this plan you had?"
Well, I was just thinking while Balthazar was talking to you that if we're gonna try to chase these guys down, we might as well start. We can always stop. we
Thornton's like,
decide
"Ah,
not to."
yes, Belbin. You are a man of action, and I admire that most of the time. However," and then he goes into another, like, the 5-minute diatribe of all the different options that he can given to Balthazar and says, "So now that you know all of the options, do you think it's smart that we backtrack? Because they're not going towards us."
Yeah, but do we want to go to them on our terms, or do we just want to?
Well,
wait for him to
as
come
I
back?
said, Belbin, we don't. There's lots of factors about his ship we do not know. I personally think we could take them. However, we don't know if he can control the sea. We know he can obviously control the weather. We still haven't found out how to actually defeat him. He just turned into his spirits and back to the ship. What if we get to the ship and we destroy them and they just reappear back on the ship? Then it's just going to be an endless battle.
You hear a soft voice from the crow's nest and says, "Captain, don't let him bother you."
Oh, sorry. You'll keep up the good work. And he winks at her.
Yeah, but what if we do this? Here's an idea for you. What if
Yes.
we go get into range of them, fire a couple cannon shots, grab some intel, and then just go on our merry way?
Well, I think we have a lot of intel with this map. We know exactly where they're going to be
Yeah,
at the
but
time.
what about if they can control the seas? And what if they can do?
How about this, Belbin? I actually just thought of a great idea. It seems like they're heading south towards Tuckai Town, meaning that at some point they're going to see Tuckai Town completely empty, meaning they're probably going to go back up the west side. That would be the smart idea, especially with the winds right now. Maybe if we get to Flomberge, we present the idea and maybe we can have a, say, ambush on them on the other side of the island.
What's different about doing that now versus then?
We have the Fesh and Fey elves and the Draken on our side, as opposed to just us.
Do we know that they're going to be there?
I mean, we have the map. We can track them. I'm just saying, I think a surprise attack on the other side with more allies might be a better idea than us going into it blind and potentially getting marooned somewhere.
What if they're not going to Takai Town? And what if they're
Thornton
going
looks
to go
at the
get?
map and sees the direction that they're going. What direction are they going?
Yeah, southwards. It's difficult to tell. Like the on the map, because it is like a whole view of the ocean. You literally just see like. It's like a really like zoomed out GPS. It's just like they kind of just like barely squiggling like down, but it's like every now and then you see it's kind of moving south.
Yes.
So what if they're just gonna go get backup themselves?
Well, it doesn't seem like he's gonna look at the map for like the other pirate ships in Jackman Knobs. Does it seem like anyone is like coalescing?
There are actually a decent number of ships, these captain ships per se, that are northward, like a decent amount northward, like up the inland strait. But they do seem to be trying to meet in one spot. Like there's definitely a higher density here. I can pull up the main map here.
Okay. Well, it seems like at least that all of the
So like right now, you
captains-
guys are currently like right here. Ragnik is about like right here. And you see that there are a bunch of ships that have a higher density around this area in the strait. There are definitely ships that are here, and it's probably about half of the fleet that potentially is there here, and then the other half is down here. And then Ragnik's just kind of making his way down along the side here, southwards.
Ian Thornton says, "I don't see any I don't know. It doesn't seem like Ragnik is necessarily following any of the orders. They're not. He's not going in the direction of where everyone else is. Maybe he's on patrol of sorts. I still think it serves us best, and I still don't feel making this decision without the rest of the crew. And he thinks for a little bit and says, "You know, I think it's best not to get sidetracked right now. I mean, I like your gumption, Belbin, and I will follow it any day, except we are in crunch for time. I think it's best to follow the wind, relay the information, and then potentially, who knows? You pick your battles, I should say."
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Yes. I feel like I've made a good argument, at the very least.
Belvin can start straightening out the course back to how we were going.
Ah, that's the spirit.
Although
Belbin.
disappointed.
Two gentlemen having a good conversation. I like to see it.
Belbin, you still may get your fight. We're not out of it yet.
They're just gonna gain more power the longer we wait.
Potentially, that's what I'm saying. We need to go relay the information.
But we could do it right now. We could end them right now.
Goodness. But there's
And
so
if we
many
die,
factors, Belbin.
Then the
Oh,
info dies with
Luxalia!
us.
Well,
Luxalia,
if we
where'd you come
die,
from?
then it doesn't
Luxalia
matter
wakes
what
up,
happens.
sleepily making her way up onto the top deck.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
What's that
everyone.
racket?
Thordain spends the next 5 minutes explaining the situation.
Keep talking. I'll be right back, guys.
And all the different theories and plots and ideas. It says, "What do you think, Luxalia?"
Yes, I think we should go to Flomberge first, and then obviously we'll have to deal with him probably on our way.
Well, yes.
I'm trying
It
to-
seems you're outnumbered, Belbin.
I'm trying to deal with you on the way.
He calls up to Sariel. Sariel, what do you think?
Nobody cares what she thinks.
I'm
She's
wondering,
useless.
I am wondering if Sariel heard him. She's not useless, but it seems like she's a little mopey tonight. I wonder what ended up happening.
Yeah, me
Maybe
too.
she's just having a bad day. Maybe I should go talk to her. Looks like you try talking some sense into this Glyphon of yours. And Thornton climbs up to go and talk to Sariel. Console her.
Well, it seems like sense has already been talked into it. He straightened out our course.
That's true. Well,
Speaking
either way,
of which,
up I go.
thank you for manning the helm. As he kind of takes over, like squeezes in and takes over and begins sailing. But yeah, so you make your way. Thorday makes his way up to the crow's nest, and there's Sariel. She's just like stoically like looking like out, sitting on her stool, out into the distance.
That doesn't need to be a role played or anything, but Gordon gets the gist and is just like, "Oh, I see. Yes, Belbin is a tough figure to read, isn't he? I wouldn't take it personally. He's acting like that.
I don't
with the
know
rest
what
of us."
I've done wrong. I'm just looking. I'm keeping lookout. Nothing that I do can. I'm not even looking to impress him. It's just everything that I did. And she just like goes into like she is just like laying it all on.
Oh, Sariel.
I'm
And
just
he pats her-
unappreciated.
He pats her back and
Not
says,
that
"I
rough.
appreciate you greatly. You're the reason you're part of Alumnia's breath. Belbin is just a old man. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're right. He is just a stinky old man.
You've got good eyes, though. I will say that."
Thanks.
You
They're a little blurry right now, but
All right.
thanks.
Well, keep it up. Don't let him get you down. Everyone else appreciates you except for him. And he calls like that. And that's it. That's all he wants to say. And he turns to Belvin and he's just like, "You need to make up with Sariel. Everyone part of this crew is a family of sorts. And we
Only
can't have
if
any
he
quarreling."
means it.
Oh gosh, he hears it. Looks at him and says, "Sariel, calm down. Calm down. In due time." So, Belvin, you need to apologize to her. I know you dislike her, but you need to apologize. at the
She's
very least.
useless.
Well, you know she has done something.
The only reason we saw Ragnik was because of me, and she's just trying to take the. It's like the 5th time that I've been up there and she doesn't see something, and I have to point it out. And it's like,
Well, no
why
one
not
can
not
help
even
you.
to be the lookout?
We were
No one-
teamwork. It's teamwork, Belvin.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Ah, Belvin.
She's useless. She
Don't
says
let
it's all
your pride
teamwork.
get in the way. He pats him on the back and says, "To Flumberge." And he goes back into his cabin, examining the map.
Okay.
Luxalia will console Zariel.
Sorry.
You climb up to the crow's nest, and for the next about hour and a half, it takes her as she just spills her guts out to you. Similar stuff, just how she's unappreciated, and she's just
And then
she's
I'll
just doing her
basically
best.
more or less be like, it's okay. Not everyone's gonna like you, and Belbin doesn't like most, so don't take
But
it
I did
personally.
nothing wrong.
Yes, exactly. And he did nothing right. So,
And that's exactly why Belbin doesn't like you.
yes.
You can tell, like, at the very, very beginning of sunshine begins to creep in as you make your way into kind of the northern bay here of basically the rise where the small dock is to Flomberge. And Alumnia's Breath does eventually dock. You can see that King Farron's ship is still here. However, it seems relatively abandoned. Not as many elves are here as per normal. And as you do dock, tie up your ship and everything, you make your way onto the mountain path as you begin to climb to the top as the first bit of sunshine begins to peek up over the horizon around 5 a.m.
As we were sailing, I was working on my axes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can absolutely go ahead and restore. What was the rule of that? Endurance skill check? What do we have? Physical
I
skill
don't
check?
know. You tell me.
I think it's endurance skill check. Go ahead and make an endurance skill check for me. How many axes are you doing?
Well, I've got one that is completely broken.
Okay.
So I want to focus on that one first.
And what quality is that?
It's Damascus.
Damascus, okay. So we'll
And
do that
then
first.
my Leviathan's axe is at half.
Okay.
So fix the broken one first. If there's time,
Perfect.
repair that one.
Okay, so
Endurance.
Damascus, go ahead and make an endurance skill check for me.
4.
4. You are able to repair it, but you're only able to give it 1 durability. So it only has 1 durability,
Hey.
but it is repaired.
Great. And so I did not make any progress on the Leviathan's
Yeah,
axe.
not at all. Not at all.
So that's why Zill was not part of any of this. He's like, I'm in the forge.
Yeah, the
I
whole
don't-
night, bing, bing, bing.
I know we're not going to the dragon first. I'm sulking in the forge.
But you do end up basically taking port here and start the group of you, Eclaas, make your way up the steps as the first bit of sunshine begins to peek over the eastern horizon of the mountains. You do see that it's pretty quiet. There's not a lot of movement up and down. And as you make your way over the ridge and look down into the town, holy smokes, the amount of progress that these Draken have made. It's crazy. They've completely unburied the top level and most of that second level. It's pretty much just like the small bits of the very bottom level of the city that are still covered by rock. But this is... If you guys have doubted the mining capabilities of Draken, like, no longer can you. This is like within literally a matter of days, they have completely uncovered most of their town. But you begin to walk down, and it is early enough where the vast majority of people are sleeping. Some of the guards do spot you and wave to you and smile, but still keeping their watch. There's a little bit of relief that comes over their faces as they see Eclaas and Alumnia's Breath. Yep, you begin to make your way towards the central keep. You go in, the guards just let you straight in, and they tell you that currently the king is sleeping, so they go off and they grab him. And with that, probably about another half hour passes before the group, Eclaas, is seated at table with King Nalgora Krakheim. King Farron isn't here, but King Nalgora Krakheim is.
Our plan is just to kind of update him and then be on our way, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool. And so you guys do discuss this and everything that went down at Takai Town. The map, you do show him the map as well, and the general positions of everybody. As you do, you notice the black dot has actually made its way further south. It doesn't seem to have gone much closer to Takai Town, but it's definitely like in the southern waters below Aishan Island at the moment. And with that, you begin to have a discussion about what to do. What is your discussion about what to do? You don't have to completely roleplay it out, but general ideas of like what's going on.
I mean, well, we're gonna go talk to Smolder and see if he'll help.
He looks to you and he says, I'm glad that you were acquainted before, because Smoldran is, he's rebellious for his age.
We're on good terms, Smoldran and I. Good terms.
Okay.
Totally
believe
naive. But I mean, after that, we probably should be prepped for a fight. So do you just want to get ready for that?
What kind of fight are we talking? A fight at sea or a fight here behind our walls?
Likely it's sea. Well, I don't know. What do you think, Luxalia?
I mean, yeah. It's likely at sea, but yeah, I'm not certain. I think.
But I don't necessarily want to fight on his terms, but I don't know if we have a choice.
Right.
Flamberge is built to withstand sieges, hence the reason we are here up in the mountains. We have withstood many attacks from pirates and bandits in the past, but not yet in this age has an army come that has been able to stand a chance against our walls. That being said, we have also just experienced quite a few losses as well. Draken are not, at least Flame Draken, are not used to fighting out at sea. We have no ships of our own that are warships. We do have some merchant trading ships and just basic sailing ships that we keep for when we need to go back to the mainland. But if we are to be of any help to you, behind these walls is the best that we can offer. However,
we have a lot of different options. Obviously, King Farrand and his Fashion Fael are adept at sea. If we get Smoldran's help, then he could potentially, obviously, be help anywhere because he can fly. And even if we do happen to get help from Port Grandium, either way, I think that having all of these options is a good thing to have. And especially getting the pirates off of their turf, which is on the sea, onto the land, I think is actually probably better in the end.
But do you
personally.
think it's wise to bring them here? Which is, on the other hand, do you think it's wise to bring them here when we have the Prime Void Crystal down below this keep? We've been keeping a watch, ever-growing watch, and we can see how it's been draining the guards that we put down there. It's a wicked thing that we do not want to keep here longer than we have to.
About that.
Well, and hold on, before I forget, you guys have, I don't know, how many would you say, like 40, 50 people coming up from Takai Town?
60, yeah, 70.
60, 70, something like
That's a
that.
lot.
You're getting some more refugees, just FYI.
Which then begs the problem of how we're going to be able to feed them all. Hopefully they're bringing their own food with them, because we are at the moment, no trade has been coming, and much of the jungle has burned where we've harvested most of our food.
And they'll find their scavengers.
It'll be fine. They took back Takai Town. By the way, Yuki goes into a whole description about what actually happened out there. I don't think we've actually explained what happened. So, including the map and everything, and we can talk about that later. But she's like, they should be prepared coming to Takai Town. It's better to have everyone in one place as opposed to just being attacked from both sides. If that makes sense. There's nothing at Takai Town for any pirates to take at this point. So.
Also, about the Void Crystal. I had success in destroying a Void Pendant. And I have reason to believe it will work on the Void Crystal. I don't know how much it would take. I don't know what it will do to me.
By all means, would you like to give it a shot?
Before you do this, Zill, I think you should be as prepared as necessary. Luxalia, do you have anything to help him? Because I probably do as well.
Oh, probably. me look.
I'm wondering if we should go see Smoldren first.
But then we're going out of our way again. Well, I guess if we're coming back here.
I could give you a +2 on your mind, faith, and charm. Charisma.
I can also
survival
give
check.
you. I can give you good stuff too. Give me a second. I can give you a. Where was it? Where was it? Keep going. Keep going. I'm looking.
I'm not sure what it will take.
Well,
Or I could give you haste.
I could give you a D6 on a roll for a skill check.
But I think it bears trying. I don't want to not go see Smoldren because, like I said, he likes me. But maybe when we get back, it might be worth attempting.
Yeah.
But we must be swift if that's the case then, because who knows where the pirates will be at that point.
with this map unfurled on the table, I'm going to have each of you make a wisdom skill check for me.
Nice, Thorny. Those are good rolls.
14.
Oh, Yuki got a dirty 16 and Thordain got a wisdom.
Mhm.
Thordain got a 19.
13 for Zil.
5 for Belvin.
Nice, Belvin. Nice.
Everybody except for Belbin, you see that the black dot has just all but disappeared. Thordain, you saw it started, you thought it was just your eyes, but it started to fade probably in the past 10 minutes. The dot started just fading and fading and fading until it was no longer there.
Did what's-his-face die? Shoot, I don't know that. Sorry. I didn't
Who?
notice.
Oh, yeah, this is quite peculiar. The Ragnik doesn't appear to be on the map anymore. Are there other dots on the map? Or is everything blank?
Yeah, there's other dots on the map. The only one that
All right.
is missing is the one you've been watching, which is the black dot.
Interesting. I wonder what that means. I guess we won't know until maybe we go ask our prisoner.
If he even knows.
Well, we can at the very least ask, but that's concerning, clearly. Either way, I think that this was the plan. We're going to see Smoldren. Is King Ferrand here, perchance?
Well, King Ferrand has sent an escort back to go send Princess Mila back to Fashion Fae, so a few of his royal guard are swimming her back to Fashion Fae.
Oh boy. Are the pirates still up there?
You see that there is a pirate blockade there.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they're swimming.
At least
pirates
they're
can't
swimming,
go.
yes.
They are swimming and they can breathe underwater. So
That's like probably the best choice.
That's true. Well, we best just hope that they make it back. It's all I have to say. We have no time to go deal with them.
they do still have King Ferrand was seeing her off, but he left a little bit less than a day ago. He should be back at any point within the next 24 to 48 hours, I would assume, but he has left much of his naval force here in order to help us protect at least our bay here.
We'll relay this information to him when we get back. We may not be back in time for him to get back, but time is of the essence. No one's moved really? Like pirates, Jackman, Knobs,
I mean, generally, like I said, they're coalescing in the north, and so they're, as far as like Jackman Knobs and everything, you haven't seen any movement there.
Okay. Well, I guess we best go see Smoldren if we're gonna go see Smoldren.
Okay.
Any objections? Any last pieces that need to be said?
Let's go see a dragon.
Let's go find
Alright.
Ragnik.
You make you
That's a Belvin one.
you hurriedly make your way back down to Alamia's breath and prepare to set sail. You restock on whatever you need to restock on before finally kicking off in order to make the 16-hour trek to Terabay Island. During this time, there are going to be 3 watches that are going to be made. One of which is going to...
Thordain wanted to check with the prisoner to see if he could get any information about the disappearing dog.
Yes, we'll do that. We'll do that first. But first, I'm gonna have the group of you, basically everyone outside of Thordain. I'm gonna have choose between 3 of you to make knowledge skill checks for keeping watch, or wisdom skill checks for keeping watch, and 3 separate checks during this adventure, or I guess during this trip.
Luxalia should go first since she's got to head out soon.
Okay, I'm gonna have you, Luxalia, for the very first part of this. Go ahead and make your wisdom skill check.
7.
7. It's pretty clear that there is not a lot of activity here. However, the one thing you do notice is there are a lot of birds that seem to be coming from the north that are migrating southwards and making their way onto the island of Aishan Island. And it seems like more birds than would be like normally just migrating. So that's just one thing that you notice that peeks off the top of your head.
Noted.
Okay. And then we can go ahead and make our conversation with between you guys and the prisoner, if you guys want to do that before the next couple of checks.
Sure.
Cool.
Thordain will go down and say, "What is the meaning of this rebard? Ribrock.
Rubak.
Yes. Rubak."
He looks
And
to
he
you.
points at the map.
You can see that he's actually like physically tried to like wedge himself like in a corner between like his bed and like the rest of it, so like he's not physically moving. Like he's like had moments of clarity where he's like keeping himself at bay, and he continues talking. It's a little bit creepy, but he talks like facing away from you, like into the corner, and he says, "What do you mean?"
Well, we've been tracking Ragnik's ship with using this contract. However, it has just all up but disappeared. We don't know what that means.
Just his dots? Just his ship?
Just his ship. All the other ones, there's a cohort at Skyspire Island right now, and then there's a cohort, looks like forming a blockade up north.
He turns his head, still in the corner facing away, but he turns his head, and he squints, and you can see that there are just like deep bags under his eyes, like completely dark. You could tell he hasn't slept a wink. This is like the fact that there are pirates on the ship that are technically in the act of betraying Jackman Nobbs. Like, it is like making it so he literally can't sleep until they die, until he kills them.
Yuki will put him to sleep. Don't worry. Yuki will see this and prepare a lullaby for him.
Okay. But he looks at it and he says, No, that's not how this magic works. And he immediately, like almost like in a blink of an eye, he gets up and runs over to the bars and starts shaking it. Again, his eyes and his face are completely different from the rest of his body. So his body's like fighting tooth and nail to get out of here. But his eyes are focused on this map as he's like examining it. And he says, "Where did you last see him?"
He was south of Aishan Island. Not really necessarily going towards Takai Town or Skyspire, and then it just was fading, and then it disappeared. It's kind of weird.
The only explanation that I could know of this is Ragnik has perished some way or another. But that can't be. He's dead already. I don't think he has the same contract that we would, but if it is anything like the contract that we have, the only way to erase one of these from the map is if his contract is gone.
Well, that would be fortuitous, Lordine says. Belvin, see, we didn't have to worry about him. He gives him a pat on the back.
But
Are
what
you
would have
sure about that?
killed him?
No.
Only Jackman Knobs probably would have killed him for some
Wait,
reason.
don't we need that arrow that he had?
Yeah.
Well, we could go scavenge it, I'm sure. He's
Scavenger
dead.
from where? We have no idea where it is.
Well, wherever the dot disappeared, once this is all over.
He thinks for a moment. He closes his eyes as he continues to like rattle, as if like in deep concentration, and he says, "Turn the contract over. Turn the
And he
contract
does.
over." As he
And he does.
okay, and he begins to read his contract, like all of the fine like detailing of it, and he says, "It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense." As he like pulls his eyes away, and like literally forces his body back to the corner, fighting every single step as he goes, and he just begins muttering to himself like a crazy person, like, "It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense."
Well, Yuki says it seems like you're fighting some battles. Would you like it if I put you to sleep for a bit, just to keep your mind off it?
I can't. It makes no
All right.
sense.
She takes out her harp and puts out a lullaby, so he's got to make a mind check.
Yeah,
Again.
his mind's not there. You automatically succeed.
His
All right.
mind's not there.
Nice. There you go. So he is asleep.
Okay, cool. He falls asleep, and his body goes limp for the first time since you shackled him.
Sweet.
And yeah, you are able to let him at least rest a little bit.
Yuki, why'd you do that? We need to know what does make sense.
Well, he didn't seem to know either, and he seems like he needs a little sleep.
Thordane looks
you
around
like
and he
some
says,
sleep,
"Is there
Robin?"
anybody who has mastered the art of legal law?" As he is he's reading
maybe
the
Horatius has.
contract.
Who knows? Maybe Horatius has. He seems like he's old and he knows some things.
Just because you're old doesn't mean you know legal law, and the law has changed throughout the years, but this is a binding contract.
Well,
It is worth a shot.
Horatius is
I'd
the
say.
yes. We could that or Barnacle Bill. I don't know who would be better.
Barnacle Bill.
He may be just as old, but I don't know if I trust him.
All right,
I
well,
think
we
he
got
knows
Horatius, I
law.
guess. Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way up, and you find Horatius in the dining hall. And he seems to just be sipping on a drink. Everybody else is eating. It's around lunchtime at this point. Everyone is just eating, or finished up eating. And he is just there sitting and sipping something.
Is what's his name still with us?
Depends on who it is. I don't know.
The guy who's adventuring with us, who thinks he's on a cruise. Forget his name. off the top of my head.
Yeah, Nalathir. Yeah, he's
Nalathir?
there. He's there.
Now, oh my goodness, this guy! What did he sign up for? Okay, never mind. I wanted to know if he stayed.
Oh yeah, Nalathir's still.
Have a good one, Colt.
For sure.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye, Cole.
Michael.
See you. Have a good night.
Yeah, Nalathir is still here. He's not in the dining hall though.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Well, how do you know? Thordane approaches him. Are you versed in legal procedures?
He
Do you know about demonic contracts?
he kind of like
Yes, that.
there's like this kind of like deep contemplation that he breaks himself from as soon as you bring this up to him, and he says, "Oh yes, welcome. Water." And he goes over and he grabs each of you some water and sets down at
No,
the table.
no, not water. Demonic contracts.
Yeah. What? And he like kind of like looks confused at you. It's just like, did you sign a demonic contract? Why would you sign a demonic contract?
No,
No.
horses. We were just wondering because you're so old. If you happen to have come across one of these things.
He
And he shows him the map and basically explains all of this contract as part of a guy who's on the ship, and he's letting us use it to try to kill Jackman Knobs. Explains the situation about how Ragnar's ship was here and it's gone, and see if there's anything to be discerned of such things.
He takes a sip of his drink and he sets it down, and he begins to go over the contract, and he says, "Do you mind if I look at this for a little bit? I may be able to find something here, but it'll take some time. There's in many of these contracts, enchanted or possessed or whatever the case, cursed, there's usually some stipulations that are more than meets the eye. Demons are masters of trickery, and this looks very basic.
Well, we trust you.
Yeah,
If there's
we
anything
don't
you
have a
can
lot of
discern from
time,
it. Yes.
so don't take too
Belvin,
much time.
it's also your turn, Belvin, to go watch with Sariel up top. Be nice to her.
Perfect.
Be nice to her.
Can't guarantee anything, Thordan.
Zill, go get to that axe fixed of yours.
Oh, good. Say no more. Back to the forge.
Belbin, you climb back up to the crow's nest, and Sariel is there, and she looks and she says, "Did Bree do this on purpose? Why do I have to keep watch with you? Are you just gonna judge me again for my lack of skill of doing this? Why is it that I'm always paired with you? I've had it up to here with you."
Sarl, this is the most words I've ever heard you talk.
Yeah, well, you see what happens? If you want crazy, I will give you crazy.
Ooh, don't tell me with a good time.
She like leans back on and she's just like, just get this over with. Go ahead and make a wisdom skill check for me.
Wisdom. Ooh, that was the best wisdom skill check I've had all night. 14.
You look out, there's nothing so much out of the ordinary. You do notice, though, coming from the west, there seems to be a rather warm breeze coming from the west. And it is decent. Like I said, it is November, and so while you're kind of in a little bit more tropical, it's been a little colder. But this is like an abnormally warm breeze that is coming in from the west.
El Nino.
Yeah, El Nino winds, hurricane is coming. No, but this is something that you do pick up. But as far as the eye can see, there is nothing that seems to be any threat or on the horizon.
Sorry, Al. Do you feel that?
Did you fart again?
No, the warm air. You are as
I
incompetent
rest
as
my
I
case.
claim.
Did you fart again? I've been feeling
I
this warm air off and on for the past 30 minutes.
Well, like, why didn't you say something? Isn't your job to be a lookout?
Yeah,
That'd be something
to
to
look
point
at
out.
things. And no, I haven't seen anything during this whole time. She's gotten sassy. She is just like not having it with you. And no, then your next question is no, I have not seen anything. My job is to be a lookout, not someone who tells the weather. It looks fine to me. But
You
yes,
don't
I
think
have
that
noticed.
You don't think that that's something that we should be telling people about? You're supposed to be like the person on the hill who's gonna raise the horn if they notice anything. And you never raised the horn for anything.
She begins to call out, "Belbin's ripping ass up here! Belbin's ripping ass! Warm breezes! Don't breathe! Toxic gases!" She looks at you.
Devlin will just punch her in the face.
Oh, Belvin!
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh my goodness.
There's no way this can't hit, right? This is going to be
Depends. She's got an armor class.
20,
Oh, yeah.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll
Oh my
damage.
goodness.
I'm only it'll be an unarmed.
Okay. No wraps, no rings.
Yeah,
nothing like
no,
that. Okay.
just a
Just
simple
a slap.
No one-shotting.
Gonna try to avoid it. Let's see. That'll be 6 damage.
Oh my.
You do so, and she stumbles backwards, and her nose begins to bleed, and she says, "How dare you? How dare you?" As she like stands up, like she's gonna do something, and then she just turns around and climbs down the ropeway, and she disappears below deck.
Ooh, Belvin's in trouble. He's gonna get Bree to come yell at him.
Speaking of which, no more than 5 minutes later, you hear heavy stomping, come up the stairs as you just continue to keep a lookout. And you see the head of Bree, and she like looks around furiously. Like there's like bloodshot eyes like coming out, and she like looks up into the crow's nest, and she does this as she begins to climb up into the crow's nest, and she says, "Who do you think you are? Look at me, Belbin. Who do you think you are?"
I am part of Eclaas Eeas.
I don't want to hear it. She takes her whip and just lashes you. She's gonna get an attack roll.
Hope you don't miss. I'm gonna counter you.
That is a 16 to hit. DV.
Yes, that will just hit.
As this basically whip lashes you, it begins to curl like around your body, basically restraining you for a moment, and all of a sudden you can feel like this like horrible pain coming from within, almost as if like this is like immolating you on fire, and there's no fire or anything, but you just feel like this horrible pain as there's like this like rage in her eyes looks, and she says, "I don't give a crap who you are." And she pushes like her boot up onto your chest and pushes you down into the crow's nest, and she says, "You don't lay a finger on any of our crewmates. You hear me? You take 12 points of flame damage."
Flame?
Flame damage. Do you understand me, Belbin?
Brie, I didn't know you had this side in you.
Do you understand me?
Don't lay a finger on the crew.
Or a toe.
Is that what you said?
She like narrows her eyes as she just like pierces into your soul. I'm gonna go have a word with the captain about this.
Oh, that was in trouble.
She releases her whip around you, and you feel this sense of like you can't really move as you just like are like there, literally paralyzed in the top of the crow's nest. Whatever Martha has the ability to do, it's rough.
Spicy, wow. Martha.
She begins to climb down, and she disappears into the captain's quarters and relays the information to Thordain.
When he comes walking out, his hand in his head, his face in his hand, climbs up. He's like, "Belbin,
You're still paralyzed, by the way. She's like leaning against like the side of the wood in the crow.
I have never seen Bree so angry. What did you do?"
Well, Sariel snapped. I just can't
And
help
what
but
did you
point
do?
out her incompetence. So I think we should have
You
gotten rid
must
of
have
her a
done-
long time ago, but
You
no one
must have
seems
done
to
something,
listen.
Belbin.
Well, yeah,
Must
I
have
hit
done
her.
something.
I hit her lightly, actually.
Belbin, and he proceeds to sit there for the next 2 hours, lecturing him like a parent would.
And this whole time, Belvin's just paralyzed.
Yeah. Lecturing as a parent would. He's like, "You know, we have friends and we have our enemies, but we must treat them equally. That justice isn't met with violence all the time, especially young Sariel. She has had enough of you, Belbin." And it's just...
How come everyone has a
I don't want to hear it,
soft spot
Belbin.
for Sariel? She's
Because-
a bloke.
She's a woman, actually. She's not a fella.
She's a nitwit.
Well, you know. Belbin, I think this is a learning opportunity. I am older than you. I have more wisdom than you.
Those who have eyes ought to see,
Yes.
and she doesn't. Why are we employing this?
Belbin,
Frankly,
I
inept
have made a
lookout.
decision. You are no longer you have a restraining order against Sariel. You hear that? You can't be within 5 feet of her.
Legal contracts.
What is this restraining order?
Or I'll have Bree enforce it.
Within 5 feet, just out of striking distance.
I've always wanted to practice more of my kunai. I was pretty good at it.
Oh my goodness, Alvin.
Gives you the stink eye. We got bigger fish to fry than Sariel and your quibbling. Save that for Ragnick or Jackman Knobs.
Well, at least
Oh,
I
he was a good
expect
guy.
Ragnick to be a bad guy and to be
Listen, Belvin.
trying to work
Sariel, how
against
much
us.
you hate her, no matter how much you hate her, she is on our side.
I don't know. When we were up in the crow's nest, she spotted something, and she didn't
Yeah.
bother to say anything.
Ineptness
How is
doesn't
that-
mean she is not.
She saw it. She noticed it, and she actively didn't do anything about it. That's
I
like an
heard
act of
something
mutiny
about
almost.
Belbin forts. I could concur they're pretty bad. I can
No, that
assume
was her just being sassy because I said there's a warm wind coming out of the west, and I was seeing if she recognized it.
That sounds like something you would say, Belbin. Or do, I should say.
Wow, I am
Um,
shocked that
Belvin-
everyone is taking Sariel's side on this. She's
Belvin?
bad at her job. If anyone else is bad at their job, you know what happens to them? If you're a fighter, you die. If you're
Well,
in business,
Belvin-
you go out of business. With us, we just
Thornane,
entertain it.
Thornane takes some herb out of his pouch and unparalyzes Belbin and says, "But Belbin, here's the thing. Sariel is a dainty flower and you are a grizzled old man. There is a difference. She has workman's comp now. Do you not understand? This is coming out of your funds, by the way."
Yeah, I can make those workman comps go away real fast.
Belbin,
We'd all be
I'm the
happy.
captain
We'd
of
be
this ship. Workman's
I'm
comp.
thinking like Belbin's like, I didn't sign no contract. What?
I don't even. We don't even have workman's comp. We're just like sailors. You think sailors
you
have
want-
workman's comp?
Do you? Who are
I
those
want
people?
workman's comp for being paralyzed from Bree.
You deserved it, Belbin.
It's coming out of Bree's paycheck.
Who are the people who come after you for like bad workplace? Forget who they are.
HR.
HR.
Yeah, HR. Are we gonna have to sick HR on you, Belvin?
We don't have an
We
HR.
have an HR.
Yeah, Bree. I've designated Bree as HR.
Oh my goodness.
No.
How do you turn HR
Well,
into
either way.
HR?
Either way,
Bree,
Belvin.
That is how HR treats you, though. They just whip you and tell you to shut up and keep working.
True.
No,
Belvin, I just have one thing to say to you. I know you know your own strength, and I know you're strong. However, you can't go beating up on the crew. We need them. Even though
we
you
don't.
get
Sariel
listen-
does nothing. We do not need her.
Belvin,
Just
Belvin?
be honest, please.
Belvin, I just think you're too critical. Sariel has done a fine job, except for some reason, whenever you're with her.
Every time
It's
I'm with her,
only
she
when you're
does
with her.
nothing. She does nothing. How is that a fine job?
Has
Can
she-
I do
has
nothing?
she
I'll
ever-
stay on the ship next time we fight and see how fine of a job I do then, right? Because if that's what we're rewarding on this ship, then that's what I should be doing.
Thornton looks at Belvin like he's a child, and it's just like, Belvin, oh Belvin. You have so much to learn, my dear lad.
I'm
Oh,
not
Belvin, my
angry, I'm
Belvin.
disappointed.
You're an idiot.
I am disappointed in you. There's a reason you've never had a woman. I will just tell you.
There's a reason the
ways
only
of
woman you
women
tried to have
are-
sneaking
I
into
I've
the
never had a woman, Thornton.
I can tell, Belvin. Or at the very least, it was some domestic violence situation that
Oh my
separated you.
goodness.
I think we do need HR.
Well,
Would it be
let's
called
spend some
HR
time.
or would this be EGR?
Yeah, I
Elf
don't know.
Liven relations?
Well, Bree take his
Sailor relations, SR. I don't know.
Oh,
Whatever.
Just
man.
for relations.
Either way, I will say, for the time being, you have a restraining order, Belvin. You hear that? Sign this paper. Bree gave it to me for you to sign, and he hands you a pen.
I'm not signing that thing.
Belvin?
I'm not signing nothing.
Belvin?
What's the repercussions if I don't?
Thordain takes Belvin's hand and scribbles something. It's just a scribble.
That won't hold up in the court of law there, Thordain.
I'm the captain here.
Horatius
No one's
comes
gonna
out and he's
believe
like, that's
you.
probably true.
He'll be like, no one has experienced this other than you or I. And who do you think they're gonna believe? Their captain or some scallywag?
Wow, so you have a problem with me too now, Thordain?
No, I don't. I'm just manipulating you because you got a bad reputation. And he walks down he climbs down the rope and hands it back to Bree.
She looks at it and it's just like, what is this?
It's Belvin. He was illiterate. He was never taught how to write.
Bree, I did not sign it. Come up here and I'll show you my signature, just not on that piece of paper, but that's not it.
Bree looks up at you and she just like shakes her head and she says, all right, now that we've all calmed down, and she goes over to the lookout rotation, and she, in every single instance, like for the next week where like you're on duty with Sariel, she like scribbles it out and like replaces, and she says this is not what I signed up for. I'm a quartermaster. I deal with supplies. And she just like throws her hands up into the air and she just like goes down below. She's given up.
There we go.
Yeah, I guess that's how that watch panned out.
the El Nino wins.
Yeah.
Something to note. Okay, who's taking the last watch?
Not if you're Sariel, it's not.
I guess Yuki will, since Thordain's busy and Zill's fixing his stuff.
Okay.
So Yuki will come up and say, "Hi, Belvin. How was your watch?"
Pretty uneventful.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, did you fart? It's kind of warm up here.
No, that's the El Nino.
What's an El Nino?
Oh, it's the little boy.
I don't see any little boys. Are you talking
about a Kalik? as Barnacle Bill makes his way up into the rafters, like, hey, partner, as he looks at Yuki. Looks like we're taking watch together.
Oh, Barnacle Bill, we can sing some shanties.
I don't know who Shanty is, but we can sing all about her if you want.
Okay. All right, Belvin. Well, it seems like you. I was looking at the watch schedule too. Did something happen with Sariel? Everything's crossed out with her.
Yeah, she's been doing a bad job, so I think they took her off the schedule.
All right, well, don't be too hard on her. She's doing her best. And gives you a pat on the back.
Since when has been doing our best? Everyone's been saying that. Since when has doing our best been good enough? If you suck at your job, you suck at your job.
I heard she got some workman's comp. Did she have an accident?
Kind of.
No.
I did.
I heard it's coming out of your paycheck. That's very kind of you, Belvin.
No,
And
it's coming out of Bree's because I gave her workman comp and Bree gave me workman's comp. So I'm just kind of the middleman on it. So it's not really me.
I've never even heard of what workman's comp is. I'll have to talk to Bree
I
about that.
don't remember signing anything saying anything about workman's comp.
Well, Bree had something with your name on it.
No, that was a forged signature from Thordain. There's so many criminal things that have happened in the last watch. This is wild.
And as you begin to leave Belvin, Barnacle Bill he extends his fist secretly and he says, "Bros before hoes, right?" I learned that from a Kalik.
Bill will say, Barnacle Bill, from one working man to another, I appreciate the job you do. You're a hard-working man, whereas some of these other folks don't know the meaning of hard work.
You don't get the name Spider of the Mask for no reason.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, well, there you go. Yuki takes watch with Barnacle Bill as they sing sea shanties.
Go ahead and make a wisdom skill check for me.
All right.
So time frame as far as everything is considered. So the first watch that Luxalia took, that was probably the first like 4 to 5 hours of the trip. This middle portion of everything that just happened, that second watch, was the next 4 hours. And then the last one is basically the last long watch, essentially, before you make it to Terabay Island.
Wisdom, you said?
Yeah, wisdom skill check.
11.
And with that, as you're up there, just kind of singing away, examining the horizons, you do see that as you get closer and closer to Terabay Island, towards the end of your watch, you can actually see that there is... This heat seems to be getting stronger. And as it starts to become sunset, you notice the sunset is a little more intense than usual. The orange on the orange where the sun is on the horizon seems to be extra bright today, as you make your way due west.
Yuki fans herself and she says, "This must have been the little boy he was talking about." Whew. And she calls down. She sends Barnacle Bill down and says, "I think there's something burning in the distance. That doesn't seem natural.
I think that's the sun."
I think it's a little more than the sun, Barnacle. Or Bill. How should I call you? Barnacle Bill?
Whatever floats your boat, Yuki.
Okay. Well, go tell Captain there is what seems to be danger in the distance.
Danger in the distance. Got it. As he goes and he just like climbs down. He does a couple front flips as he does a perfect dive down onto the deck. So he runs in and tells Lordaine what's going on. Yuki, as you sit there and wait for a response to happen, you gaze out westward at the sunset, and the sky begins to turn a brilliant purple as essentially dusk sets. No longer do you see the sun there, but you see what looks to be a large flame.
That's what I'm saying. Fire. She squints further. She asks she calls down, "Can I get a spyglass of sorts or anything?"
Balthazar says, "Aye," as he tosses up his eyeglass to you.
She catches it and focuses on the fire.
This is Terabay Island. From what you remember of Terabay Island, it was a decently large island, but it was pretty forested. The entire island is up in flames. Every single tree that is on that island is burning.
All right.
And like the interior of the island itself is just covered in smoke, like black smoke.
Can she see anything causing the fire, or is it just on fire?
It's just on fire. Like the whole island, all the trees on it are just burning.
Is there anything around the island that she can see?
Make a wisdom skill check. It's difficult because there's so much smoke too.
It's 15.
15. Yeah, you do see that in the surrounding areas there does seem to be what looks to be a ship. Just one singular ship.
Is it recognizable, the ship?
Not so much.
In
Not
the
through the smoke.
All right. And there's no storms or anything.
No storms.
A brewing.
Nope.
All right. Well, she calls down and she's like, "Well, Terabay Island's on fire, but there is a ship. Maybe we should see if there's survivors. It's pretty bad."
At this
Whoever's
point,
manning-
much of the crew has made their way up to the main kind of deck, the upper deck. And as you see Terabay Island up in flames, this just intense heat begins to wave after wave come over you. Lordaine looks out and he says, "I don't know if this is trouble at foot. Is this typical behavior for dragons?"
That's a good
Was it
question.
the ship?
Yeah, I don't know. makes me wonder if someone disturbed Smoldran or something. I don't
Also,
know.
for this round of working on my gear.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So you did have multiple days to do this. So I'm gonna just say, as far as repairing all of your gear, you did have multiple days. It wasn't a rush job, so you're able to repair everything to its maximum.
Heck yeah.
As long as it's not like too many things that you're trying to repair, within reason.
Just the hand axe and then the Leviathan's axe about half.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, sounds good.
I think, yeah, everything. Let me double check.
Did the ship look spooky, by the way, when she was looking at it?
It looks like a normal ship, but it's difficult to tell through like the heavy smoke.
All right. Well, shall we go to the ship then? I'm just wondering if Smoldran got spooked or something. But what would be scary enough to spook him?
I mean, I can go look for Smoldran.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, I guess we'd better investigate. Everyone, anyone who doesn't have your heat-proof cloaks, get underneath. This could be dicey.
So who is taking the helm? You guys only have the 5 cloaks, so.
Yep. Belbin!
Belvin's taking the helm.
Yeah, you did good job, Belbin.
Where's Sariel?
She's down.
I want her up watch.
It's grudge. So, Connor, I think you hate her just as you. This isn't Belvin hating sorry. It's Connor hating sorry. Oh, gosh.
She doesn't come up. The heat is too much. Although you do notice that Horatius is here on the deck too. He seems to be able to withstand whatever the heat is. And it's very hot, like very hot. The closer you get, like you're getting closer.
We're splashing water on the boat, cooling it off a little bit.
Yeah, you begin to sail closer and closer to where you're within probably little less than a mile radius of the island, and you see that the flames seem to just be roaring. It's difficult to tell. You can make your way to the beach, but where the entrance to where essentially the cave is to go down beneath, you can't see it. It's engulfed by flames, and you are unable to see a Smoldran on the island. But the flames are burning. I'm gonna have.
What about the ship?
Ship has made its way back behind the island.
The random one that we saw?
The random ship, yep.
Oh, okay. Have what? Do what?
I'm gonna have Yuki. You're a draken.
I'm a draken.
I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me.
While that's going on, Belvin's gonna be chasing the other ship.
Okay. So which
she's at the
direction? So
helm.
you're coming in on the westward side. Are you gonna go south or are you gonna go north around the island?
What way did it go?
So it was kind of on the northern-ish side of the island just to begin with to see it. But it seems to have peeked its way back around the north side of the island. But you guys are pretty much coming in almost to due west, a little bit southwest from kind of up above.
Yeah, we'll keep going southwest.
Okay, so down below.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That was an 18 for Yuki.
Cut him off the pass.
Okay. One thing you know about dragons is they have a very fiery temperament, particularly when it comes to being insulted. And there are many stories of people just like being burnt to cinders by just simply insulting a dragon. As far as fire, like gold dragons specifically, you don't necessarily know their behavior, but they seem to be some of the more fiery personalities of the types, and you've met some Smoldran before, so this would make sense. But this heat is definitely dragon fire heat. It's something that it's not just regular wildfire. Like this seems hotter than just regular fire.
Well, she relays that information. She's like, this is definitely Smoldran's doing, so I'm wondering if he was insulted somehow. Whoever was on his ship must have caused some ruckus with him.
Are they pirates? Is there anything on our map?
That's a good question. Oh yeah, it's a good question. We look at the map.
You look at the map, and there is a dot there.
I see. Well, maybe this could be a good bargaining tool for us, potentially. Belbin,
Yes.
after the ship.
Where I'm way ahead of you, buddy. I'm in hot pursuit.
And you begin to start making your way southward along basically the coast of the island. There's more rocky outcroppings here than there are actual like forest fires. So you get a little bit of relief here. But as you start to make your way around, you see coming directly in your direction a ship. It doesn't seem huge, but it seems to be sailing almost blindly in this direction. They don't seem to be stopping. They're not firing anything at you. They're clearly visible as you make the turn around the island.
Zill, why don't you think I drop you on there and see how that goes?
Yeah, I'll go check it on Smoldran. See my good buddy.
Oh, I'm not talking about Smoldran. I'm talking about this pirate ship or whatever's coming at us.
Oh, drop me on the ship. Oh, I thought you meant drop me on the island.
Well, we could do that too eventually. We'll get to it.
Yeah,
We
I
could use this
guess.
as a bargaining chip. All right, she
Okay.
flies and lifts him up as we're passing by.
It's difficult.
And drop him up.
You're technically catching the breeze now, as the
Okay.
wind still keeps going northwest, and so it's difficult to actually out fly Alamnia's breath at this point.
Yeah.
But
Well, she'll hover. She'll hover.
you do so, and then you
Where-
drag him out, and as the ship kind of comes by, so are you letting it pass on the inside or the outside of the ship?
It depends on what Belbin's trying to do.
Belvin.
I want it to pass. I want it to be on the inside.
Okay.
Like between us and the island.
Perfect. As you do so, you see that there is nobody piloting the ship.
Oh.
And there's nobody out on the decks of the ship.
Well, I
Take
think he
me
dropped.
over.
Yep, she drops him on the ship and lands with him.
With
On the ship.
with a loud thud, Zill gets dropped onto the ship, and you look around with this like creak, and it seems eerily empty. You just hear kind of the rocking and the fire off in the off on the island raging. What do you want to do? So there's
well,
a ship.
Zill-
It's I would say it's a little larger than Alamia's breath. Not much though.
Yuki goes down below to look for clues. Zill, or would you rather me to pilot the ship so it's not going crazy?
You pilot the ship. I'll head
All right.
downstairs.
There we go. I prefer that. I don't want to get shaken
Okay.
in the dark.
You go
Okay.
ahead and you take the helm, Yuki. And as you do so, you see that it's actually tied. The wheel is
Oh.
tied with a rope and like tied to a banister. So it's currently just like constantly like on like basically this arc that seems to be perfectly enough to just like circle
Well,
the island round and round.
If I know one thing, the dot is still on the map, meaning the captain of the ship is still alive. So be careful, Zill.
Bring it on.
All right. She undoes it and kind of like steadies it and like kind of pulls up by Alamnia's breath.
Okay.
As best she can.
Let's go ahead and do this then. So we're gonna grab a couple ships here. So Alamnia's breath is gonna be this one, as you are. No, not this one. This one. Come on, baby. Oh boy. Oh boy. Flip. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Flip. Rotate. That's what I want. Rotate. Rotate. Okay, cool. You're passing in the opposite direction. Right around kind of the backside as you get dropped off here. Yuki, you make your way up to the helm of this ship. And Zill. So you see that there is what looks to be a captain's quarters here. And then there's a door that goes into kind of like this front raised part of the ship, and then down below there are actually no stairs from like the deck to go down below.
There's no stair.
No stairs like
Captain's
on the main
quarter,
part of
I
the
guess.
deck, just like there's the captain's area, and then this basically front part of the ship. Technically, there's like this like grate for like the storage to like lower things into, but the grate is intact, and it is dark below.
Also, is there a pirate banner on?
There is a pirate
Hoisted?
banner. Yes, there is
All
a
right.
pirate
Cool.
Do we recognize the pirate banner?
No, not like all of them are similar enough. They all have like their slight differences, but yeah, there would be no way that you personally could recognize this. This isn't a
Okay.
ship you've encountered before.
So I see no stairs, no doors, nothing.
Well,
No, you
captain's
see doors.
quarter
There's 2 doors. So there's a door that goes to this front part of the ship, and then there's a door to the captain's quarters. But there's no like stairs or anything from like the main deck that goes down that you can see.
I'll go to the front of the ship.
That's Thordain. Belbin's at the helm here. Looks like he's here. Okay, cool. You make your way in, and as you reach out for the door, I'm gonna have you make a agility survival check for me.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Be fast.
Hey.
And all the while,
18.
the ships are passing in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
18, you said?
Yep.
18. As you approach, you sense that there is something about this door, almost as if you touch the handle of it, something bad is going to happen. You hear this creaking and this overwhelming sense of pressure as the door flings itself open, and
I'm
you hear a
Come to
growl,
the side.
a deep guttural growl.
Smoldering.
I'm gonna kind of go to the side, peek my head in Draken, because I actually had the same thought as Belbin. I don't think he's can fit, but
Okay.
hello?
And immediately the door shuts, almost as if to snap your head in between the door. Boom! As it does so, I'm gonna have you make another agility survival check.
No, not one.
Nat 1, it crunches you in between, and you feel this.
Good thing I'm wearing my helm.
You feel what seems to be ropes begin to tie around you as it drags you into the inside of the ship.
Oh.
It smells.
This again.
It smells interesting in here. You don't see any bodies. It is very, very dark, but it smells almost acidic as you get drawn into the interior of this ship. And you hear just growling echoing from all around you, not from any particular source, but just from all around you.
Can I feel like where the ropes are around me?
Yeah, so they're basically around, and as you look around in this dark area, you see where this grate is. The rope is coming up from beneath this as it is wrapped behind and is pulling you down towards basically this dark hole that goes lower into the ship.
But like, what part of my body is the rope around?
Basically, like your shoulders. So it's kind of the side, but it's not like wrapped all the way around down your body. So it's like maybe like 2 layers around your shoulders as it's pulled you in. Oh, by the way, you take
No.
22 points of impact damage.
Oh my gosh. The ship alive?
Door?
What is going
The
on?
ship. Remember the ship door just like smashed him like right like in the head as he was peeking in.
No,
So-
I know, but like, how does that just shut suddenly without anything shutting
You
it?
said it was without anything. I'm gonna try to like cut the rope.
Okay, yeah, you can reach your axes and everything and attempt to cut the rope. You do so. You pull it out and you grab the rope. I'm gonna have you make a physical skill check for me.
Oh my goodness. 7.
7. You are able
We're
to
back,
fight.
boys!
You're able to fight enough to the point where, as you begin to get one of your hand axes up to begin cutting some semblance of the rope, you begin to hear shrills of pain, like high pitch, like almost like nails on a chalkboard, but then ended kind of with a creature, like a grunt at the very end of it with each saw that you do. The rope lifts you up and flings you down onto the ground as if to smack you down. This rope seems sentient.
So this is not a rope. Oh gosh.
I'm gonna have you make a fortitude survival check for me.
Hey, I'm good at fortitude. 18.
18. You take 4 points of impact damage as it slams you down onto the ground and drags you a little bit closer to the hole.
Great. Has it let go?
Oh, no, it's still there. Like, you haven't been able to completely cut through the rope yet. I'll give you one last opportunity to do so with a physical skill check before it drags you down below.
Oh, gosh, 5.
5.
Wait, no. 6.
6. Immediately as you're slapped down onto the ground, it pulls you even harder as you slip down into the dark bowels of the ship. You're brought down what seems to be like 5 or 6 flights of basically like falling. And immediately you fall flat on a surface. And as you look around you, you see what look to be, instead of wooden sides, all kinds of serrated teeth all around the sides, and they seem to be moving in and out. There are creatures, like skeletons and creatures that are here, and you see beneath the ship, cowered in the very back, what looks to be 2 or 3 individuals huddled around. They seem to be trying to fight back, like back to back. They're huddled, cowering a little bit, but they have blades, and they seem to be trying to fight back the walls as they begin to crunch in and out, trying to almost as if eat them alive. It is a mess down here. I'm going to have you make a faith survival check, by the way.
Oh, goody.
Is Yuki able to control the ship at all when she's driving it, or is it like?
Well, I mean, like
stuck?
the rope itself was tied off. Remember? So did you untie it?
Oh
from
yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll first deal with what Zill's doing before.
15.
With that 15. Wait, what was this for?
Faith
survival check. Yeah, you don't gain any points of misery.
Yay.
You're good. But this is a horrific sight. This is literally like something out of like nightmares. Almost as if the ship is alive.
Is my void sense tingling?
Your void sense is not tingling.
Okay, it's just a beastie. Looking at these people, because they're people, right?
Yeah, people.
The figures.
Mm-hmm. There's like 4 of them altogether.
Hello out there.
They look and they say, "Oh, you got another victim! Don't get close to the walls! You'll eat you alive, tear you to shreds!"
If we work together, we might be able to get out of this.
There's no way out. As you like look around, you see the
catch
only
me
way...
up to speed.
The
What are
only-
we dealing with?
Our ship, it just sprung alive all of the sudden. Devoured me and my crew.
Are you the only survivors?
I, as the wall comes in and basically like these teeth try to like force it to press against the other side of the wall. One of the pirates that are there just gets cut up as he falls back. He goes, he falls onto the ground, and then a rope comes and drags him all the way to the back of the ship into the darkness. And you're...
Where can we hurt it?
We don't know. We don't know. As they like one of them jumps forward to try to whack the wall. And it just his cutlass just gets stuck in the wood. By the way, going back up, we go to Yuki, and as you untie this from going straight, it just eases as the ship just continues to keep going straight. It doesn't seem to do anything different.
Okay.
You just untie
Well,
it
she
with the
wheels it around. She saw all the stuff with Zill, right? Like getting whacked and sucked into the.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not liking that very much. And so she tries to pull it up to next to Alomni's breath and says, "Zill got sucked into the ship somehow. It sounded like there were like monsters in there. I don't know. Do you want to explore it or what?" Talking to Belbin and to Thordane and Luxalia. Yeah.
Jordan, do you want to go and check it out?
He looks and he says, "Seems there's nobody aboard. I don't know what there is to be afraid of."
Well, Zill got sucked in by something bestial, and so Yuki, like, throws the anchor down, I guess.
Okay.
If she can find it.
Yeah.
Does that
and
stop
walks-
the ship?
As the anchor falls down, it does catch and it does stop, and you hear a loud creak. And as this creak happens, Zill, I'm gonna have you make an agility survival check. It catches
My
and
bad.
the entire ship lunges forward.
13.
With that, you're able to catch your feet. However, one of the pirates just falls to the back of the ship, and then you hear screams and.
Oh, gosh. Stay behind me.
Yeah, and Yuki, I guess, just kind of gets down and like to the middle of the deck area and like listens, I guess, if she can hear the growls at all, like coming from below or coming from anywhere. Nothing.
You can't hear anything.
All right. This is kind of weird. Well, I don't really like this. And if Zill can get trapped in here, I don't know if we necessarily want to get trapped in here either. So she walks over the door.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay.
And she sees if she can sense anything. She goes to the side here.
You don't sense anything. It just feels like a normal door.
All right. She tries to open it.
I'm gonna have you make an agility survival check for me.
Goodness gracious. Okay, that's not terrible. It's my agility. I don't think I got good agility. Okay, it's not terrible. 14.
14. You are able to just dodge out of the way as you reach for the handle. The door opens by itself and almost throws you over the side of the boat, but you're able to catch yourself on the back. And the door opens and you feel like this hot air come out. And again, this acidic, nasty smell come from here. As it just flings open and you hear...
All right. Yeah, Yuki's like, "Yep, not having any of that." And she walks over to the side and says, "Well, Zill has his axe that they can breathe in water, right?"
Yeah.
Well, she flies over the ship. I think we should shoot the ship. I don't like that. It smelled bad. And it growled at me. And there was nothing there. Think that abomination.
Honestly,
sounds like
Zill
a
would be
random
really
dog. It
upset
smells
about
bad.
this.
It growls at me.
And she goes over to the Glyphix cannon. And it's just like, how do I use this? How do I use it?
None of the other crew members can come up on board the ship because it's so hot. FYI.
All right. She's gonna say, well, let's use our normal cannons, I guess.
What about
She
Kokodo?
comes over here.
Kokodo?
That's
might be able to
true.
Come up.
Yuki calls down, "Kokoro, we need your assistance."
And Luxalia's voice answers, "Whatever can I do for you?
We need you to shoot the cannon.
Master Multiplayer, is it okay?" And here.
We don't actually want to shoot the cannon and waste a shot, do we?
Well, we can charge it.
What seems to be going on up there? You hear Altreg Monteblair.
Zill's been eaten by a ship, and we gotta kill the ship.
He's been what? And you hear
exactly.
commotion down below.
Yep, you heard me just perfectly right. He's been eaten by a ship. I can confirm.
Kokodo makes her way up, and she says, How can I be of assistance?
Well, Belvin, do you think you can give us some distance?
I mean, I can. There's got to be a
Please?
better way to. There's got to be a better way to sink this ship. Are we sure we want to sink this ship? If the captain's still alive, don't we want
Yeah, it'd
this
be good
ship?
for us.
This is going to be good for us when we're going against Jackman Knobs.
You could go look in there in the hold if you want to. There, that was kind of scary.
Thornton,
It
I'm
doesn't seem
driving
that
this
from-
ship still. Thornton, why don't you go check it out? You said it wasn't.
All
that
right,
scary.
all right, I'll do my best. And he kind of jumps to the other side.
Have him make an agility survival check as he just leaps from one ship to another.
Yeah.
That's good.
What is that? Agility survival check?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 21.
21. And with that, we're gonna go on a quick break, real quick.
Graceful.
I think the
is what it
dog
was.
just he's stinky and he's stinky
Yeah.
and tried to bite me. So I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.
What is this?
I feel like singing this ship's not the right call.
And we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, dog starting to get stinky. He had some business to do.
Yeah.
But anyways, we are back. Thordain, what was his roll? Sorry.
21.
21. As he jumps, he runs and he jumps gracefully, and he does basically like a roll on top of the deck as he senses there's nothing really seems to be wrong with this. It just seems like a ship.
Yep, he sniffs the wood. He kind of like a bloodhound, and he like is sniffing it. And he goes over to the grate, and he peers down, and sniffs through the grate.
It's completely dark inside the grate, and there's no smell coming from it.
All right. And he calls over the ship, Yuki, what did you see? And she says, when I opened that door, it flung open and nothing. That looks all his voice. It flung open and there was nothing there, and there was a growl and a horrible smell. It was awful. And Thornton's like, okay, I see. And he walks closer, and he looks at the door.
Okay.
from a distance.
Looks like a door.
Okay. And he calls back across the ship. He's like, "What did you think you saw?" And Yuki's like, "It's some sort of invisible creature or something." And so he sits there and he ponders. He's like, "Oh, I will use my ranger's intuition to determine weakness, resistance, immunity, tactic, battle mechanic of the target on the result of a D15 determined, or a 15 plus. So I gotta roll a mind survival check, knowledge check. It's pretty good. Okay. So 11 plus wisdom.
Is it knowledge check? It would be a knowledge check if that was.
Is it knowledge? What does it say? It says, yeah, knowledge check. Yep. So 11 plus 4. 15.
15. He looks at the ship and he examines it closely. He looks at the door, he makes his way over, and he acknowledges that there seems to be something, like a little breeze coming from beneath the door. And he says, "I've never seen something quite like this in my life, and it is curious, but I have a hunch. Yuki, Belbin, Lusalia, I think Zil has been swallowed by a mimic." I do believe this entire ship is a mimic. It's mimicking a ship, as you see, but it is actually a creature.
So what do we do about that?
I think Zil was eaten. I think he is currently being digested. And if there is a dot that is still on this map, perhaps the ship's owner is also being digested. As he continues to think about this. As he makes his way over to the grate, and he takes an arrow out and pokes down. And as he pokes, it goes about 2 inches down before it hits something hard. This is all a facade. Yes. It seems a mimic has crawled into the ship and has turned the ship into its body. Never seen such a thing happen before. It's a stuff of nightmares, though, don't you think?
Well, did you know how to defeat a mimic?
I'm assuming just like any other creature, like a mimic, just don't get eaten by it. I think the biggest thing about mimics is the element of surprise. I don't know if there's so much of a threat if they're just sitting there. This seems like an all unsuspecting ship until you get into its grasps, and then it will eat you, as mimics do. And once it has eaten you, I don't think there's much you can do about that. But mimic does act and function much like a regular creature, I do believe.
All right, well,
it does.
Get over here, Thornton. Good, get over here, Thornton.
Are we not going to explore further? This is quite interesting indeed. As he pulls out a notebook and his quill as he begins to see. I've heard of chests. I've heard of barrels. I've heard of suits of armor becoming mimics, but I've never seen something like a ship becoming a mimic. As he
Well, the more time we waste, the more time Zil's getting digested. So I think we should free him, potentially.
Destroy the ship, you mean?
Yes.
I say,
he can breathe. He'll be fine.
I had this brilliant idea while we were on our break.
Oh.
Why don't we have Sariel try to save Zil?
I'm sorry, what did you say? Sariel?
Yeah, I will gladly give her my cape.
I think this feud has gone long enough. We need to bygones be bygones here.
It was just a thought. I don't know what bygones are, but
it's gonna be what happens to Zil if we don't hurry this up.
Okay. Well, Thornton jumps back across, and Yuki gives Kokoro the sign once Belbin gets far enough away.
Are you sure this is exactly what we want to do? Do we want to blow this up with our one charge that we've got? What are our options here?
What are the other options? Don't we have normal cannons?
Yeah, we got normal cannons.
We've got ballistas. We don't have cannons.
We have black powder. Ah.
Do we have black powder? Didn't that all get blown
Remember
up?
we got barrels of it on, like, in the docks of whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Tuck Hightown.
Tuck Hightown.
I did.
Maybe what we could do is we could coax the door to open to grab the barrels, and with a good shot, Thordane, and your fire arrows, kapooey, on the inside.
Don't you think that's gonna cause a problem to Zill? Do you think we're gonna blow him
No, he
up in the
can swim.
process?
No, he can swim.
Do you think he can withstand the impact of an entire barrel exploding?
Thordane, I had an entire barrel explode in my face, and I'm still alive. Look at me.
That is not human or non-Draken.
Yes. Well, you know, I think I know what Zill would want to do.
Die in a fire explosion?
He's gonna die in the stomach of a mimic unless we do something.
And
I
with that,
do have my 16-pound bowling ball.
with that, we're gonna go ahead and jump back to Zill inside the bowels of the beast. So Zill, you
Goodness.
are here. There are only 2 pirates left, and they look terrified as they scramble. You say, "Get behind me!" They scramble behind you, and they say, "Who are you? How did you find us?" And then one of them, the
That
other of the
doesn't matter
pirates,
now. Right
"You're
now,
my
we just need to
savior."
focus about getting out of here alive.
Okay, well, what do we do? It seems like back there, and there's basically there's like kind of like this veil at the back of the ship where it's just basically like shadows. Like, oh, it's dark down here anyways, but there's like this like veil where like these are kind of like shadows ellipse, and like any time like a creature goes through there, you hear the munching sounds, and immediately this rope comes up from the bottom, like from back behind that veil, and it begins to basically hover there by itself, ready for combat. And then we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative, Zill.
Oh my gosh.
Can I hand them torches first?
Sure. Do you have a way of lighting them?
Oh.
He does. He's got fire damage rings.
That would work.
I don't know. I've had torches in my inventory since D&D.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
don't know.
basically you would need like a tinderbox, but what Dane said would work is if you had an axe and you did an attack action on them, you could ignite the top of them because of your flame ring. So all you need is just the 1 point of fire damage to it in order to light them.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at them, toss them both torches, take 2 hand axes, and just kind of go like, you can't. My camera's not on. You can't see me. Like just swing left and right to try to like skim the top of both.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have this is an attack action, so I'm gonna have you roll an attack action for that. 2 of them, I guess technically.
Ah!
Basically, as long as you don't get an @1, I think you're good.
8 and 11.
Okay, yeah. You skim the top of them, and both of them light up these 2 pirates with cutlasses and torches. As they light up this room, and the interior, while looking wooden, you see that it is fleshy. And it's taken on the texture look of like the inside of like a ship, but the teeth are like made of like razor sharp, kind of like inside shark teeth. They're even on the floor and everything, and this rope seemed to be functioning almost as if like it's its tongue. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh gosh.
Freaking mimics. What the heck?
6.
Okay. The mimic is going first. So as you here, let's go ahead and set up this map. So we'll say like you're just generally in the belly of the beast. Let's grab 2
The belly of the beast.
pirates.
The beast.
Kind of backing around you, and then what should we use for the mimic? We'll use this. The mimic tongue.
It's a pirate mimic.
It's a pirate mimic. The mimic tongue is going to be about 5-ish feet away from you, and it's going to go ahead and react. It is going to lunge forward and attempt to grapple from the 10 feet away Uzil. I'm going to have you make an endurance skill check for me. It's not doing any damage. It's just trying to bind you again.
Not one.
That one. It does, and it drags you into combat with it. Actually, it's going to drag you back in the space behind it. And then it's going to go ahead and use a compression ability, which essentially what it does is it reduces the wall size for 1 turn, meaning the walls are going to be basically here. Do that. So the wall, the new boundary is going to be here. The new boundary is going to be here.
Oh, goody.
She's stuck.
Cool. And with that, that's all it can do. Which brings us to Pirate number 1. He is going to go ahead and take his basically torch, and he's going to try to poke it into the wall. And as he does so, you hear a tss, but nothing else. He's going to go ahead and he's going to kind of cower back here. He's not going to do much. Second pirate, it is his turn. He's going to actually take a step forward, 5, 10, and engage in a combat challenge here on the other side. Oh, it's the mimic tongue. And that brings us to Uzil. So you're currently bound, so you could attempt to make checks with with support actions in order to break out.
Great, let's do that.
Physical. That's going to be a physical skill check for me.
Okay. Hey, 17.
Okay, that's a 15. You do break out. You take your essentially your hand axe and you cut along the side of it. And it goes and it reels in pain as it comes back and look like the rope looks at the two of you. You are free from it. You are still engaged in a combat challenge with it, but you are no longer bound.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Which goes into the attack phase. And so he is going to have 3 attacks. 2 of them are going to be from the rope. And 1 of them is going to be on both sides for anyone that's in contact with this wall. Either of the walls, which I think everybody is in contact with the wall. You're going to, all 3 of you guys are going to make agility survival checks for me. It's an 8 for this guy. 7 for this guy.
I think it's 15.
Okay, and that is going to be a 15 for you. You dodge the majority of it, but all of you take... Well, no, these 2 guys end up taking 16 points of cutting damage as it just these, like, basically these teeth. It'll just crunch into the side of both of them. And then we're going to have, so it's going to be half damage to you. And then we're going to go ahead and have 2 attacks. So 1 attack is going to be made towards this pirate, which is going to miss. And then the second attack is going to be made against Uzil, which it's going to miss. So, yeah, it is Pirate 1's turn. He is going to use his attack action to try to whack with his cutlass the side wall that is attacking him. He gets a 18 on the hit, and it does land, dealing 6 points of cutting damage to the mimic. And so he does that. This next pirate, he goes ahead and he makes an attack action with his cutlass. And that's going to be a 14, which does hit. He's doing it against the rope as well. And that's going to be 9 points of cutting damage, which definitely hurts the rope. It seems to be doing a lot more damage to the rope than the damage done to the sidewall. And which brings us to Uzil.
I'm going to attack the thing in front of me with the tongue, the rope, whatever this thing is.
Okay, go ahead. What are you attacking with? Your hand axes?
My big axe.
Big axe? Okay. Leviathan axe.
Why did I get a nat 1?
Well, that's going to miss.
Ah! I'm going to attack again. 16, dirty.
16 will hit.
Nothing.
Get it.
Okay. That is 19 cutting damage and 1 flame damage.
Okay, as this you slash into the tongue with cutting damage. You cut and all kinds of strings begin to pop from it. You aren't able to sever it all the way through, but you can see it lights a little bit on fire. Both damages seem to be super effective to it. Both
excellent.
damage types. And that brings us to the end of the combat round. So we're going to go ahead and do endurance skill checks as we do positioning.
Nat 1, you've got to be
That is
kidding
an
me.
18. And so the way that this works is any creature that it is in contact with the rope, you are going to go ahead and immediately get bound as opposed to be put away. So both you and this pirate are bound by the rope. Let's jump out a little bit as you roll the next priority initiative to Kokoro and crew from Alomnia's Breath. You are preparing this Glyphix cannon in order to fire. How far away is Alomnia's Breath from the ship? Or no, you're not doing the cannon. You're doing you're preparing
A barrel
the
of
barrels.
gunpowder.
Okay, so you're gonna have to figure out a way to get onto the ship, move it onto the ship, and you can do that this combat round, I will say.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Kokoro, you're strong, aren't you?
Yes, I'm quite strong indeed. That's how I was built.
Can you throw this barrel onto the other ship?
Let's see
Before,
what
can
I
we
can
get a? How far can you throw that, Kokodo? Because I would prefer to be far away from it, just in case something happens.
Based on my current energy levels, I could probably throw this 300 feet.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know if I need to be that far away.
All right. 20 feet.
Yeah, we'll go 20 feet. Just give it a little love tap, you know? It's not,
Easy.
you're not trying to.
She
Yeah.
takes it and she just underhands it, just and it lands right on the center of the deck.
All right. Well, Thordane, how comfortable are you in blowing your friend up?
Oh, he survived far worse. As he
That's
begins
true.
to pull out a fire arrow, he will be the bottom of the combat round. For this.
Yeah.
Cool. Now
Yeah, they position it though, like, there to do it. And Thordane gets far away. Far, far away.
Okay. And with that, we're going to go ahead and jump back to a combat initiative. Okay, Zill, what was your initiative?
12.
Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, sorry. And then that's going to be sort. All right, we are going to be starting off with the Mimic again. So the Mimic is going to use its turn to try to pull. So the Veil is going to be back here. Basically this. I need another. Use this to mark the Veil. So if you get pulled behind this Veil, you get eaten, essentially. Pretty much an instant KO. So you are both trapped at the moment. It is going to spend its one support action. So the walls are no longer going to be... Oh, jeez, come on now. Are no longer going to be a thing. So they go back to normal shaped walls. It's going to spend its support action to draw each of you back 20 feet. We'll go ahead and start with you, Zill, just for fun. So that'll be 5, 10, 15. So if you fail this, you will be eaten. This is going to be a physical skill check. Contested physical skill check.
Oh no.
6.
6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, reroll it. 4.
7.
How do you roll so bad? Isn't your physical good?
Your
is it-
physical's 4. I
Okay.
rolled 2s and 3s.
Oh no.
Goodness gracious.
Well, you get drawn back 5 feet.
Oh, goodness. Giving me anxiety, Zill.
No
How do you
kidding.
think I feel?
Okay, cool. And then this guy needs to make his contested check. So this pirate gets a 8. and the Mimic gets a 14 as he's dragged back 5, 10, 15, 20 right next to you. And then he comes in and closes the gap between you. Cool, that's all he can do, which brings us to Zill. It's your turn. You are still bound, technically, still. So you can spend the time trying to free yourself. But, yeah, you're 10 feet away from the veil, which is behind you. And you hear a... hunger growls coming from back behind.
Oh, gosh.
Zill, can you teleport still?
That's what I was just thinking. I can. It's once a day, so I haven't used it. But can I bring the pirate with me?
No, probably. So he's bound you pretty good, meaning your hands are probably strapped to your side.
Okay.
You would need to have, like, hand contact with the creature that you're trying to bring with you.
I'm gonna teleport to just right here.
Okay, you do so, and as you do, you blink in basically a cloud of feathers, and you appear right next to the other pirate. The other pirate goes, "Whoa!" as he looks at you and sees like the other pirate just being bound to death and constricted.
Don't worry, I'm not abandoning him.
I might abandon you though, as he just he's panicking, as he's shaking with this torch in his hand and this cutlass.
I'm gonna throw an axe to try to at the tongue thing, but also primarily to do damage. But if it can free the pirate, that's a secondary aim.
Okay, so he'll get despair on the attack roll if you do hit with this.
Wait, what? Am I rolling with despair?
No. You're rolling normal, but if you do hit, then the guy who's getting attacks, basically who's bound, if he tries to free himself, the Mimic will get despair on that roll.
Nat 16.
Nat
Finally.
16. Max damage. Go ahead.
Something good. Does my ring apply to...
Yes, so it's just weapon attacks, so that would apply to
Okay,
this.
fantastic. D6. So 5 plus 7.
Oh, it's max damage.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So 6 plus 7 plus 4. So 13 cutting and 4 flame.
As you do this, this axe gets thrown, and basically the rope gets sliced in half. And if all the end that's entangled, this pirate falls to the ground, and he is freed for the moment. You hear a just a guttural scream come from within, and the ship itself begins to shake. On the outside, you don't notice any of this is going on. It just seems to be the ship is just floating.
Great. Thrown weapons are still a reflex support
Correct.
action, not an attack action, right?
Correct.
Great. I got planes. Okay, that's what I got.
Okay.
That's my
which
two
brings
reflex
us
action, or
to
support actions.
this pirate here. So the ropes drop from him. He is going to wrap 5, 10, 15. So there's still a rope here, but it's the bottom, chopped edges of it. He's going to go there, and he's going to use his support action to attempt to disengage from it. And he fails. He's unable to disengage from it. That's all he can do. And then this pirate here, he is going to go ahead and position himself 5, 10, 15, 20 to as close to behind this hole as possible. But he doesn't want to get too close to the walls either. Yeah, he's just staying himself here, which brings us to the attack phase, which I guess this tongue is making 3 attacks against this guy. So that's going to be 1, which hits for a total of 16 points of cutting damage. Second attack is going to be a natural 16, and that's going to be 24 points of cutting
This guy's
damage.
dead. This guy's so dead.
And then third attack is going to be a 18, which hits, and that's going to be for 18 points of cutting damage. And this guy falls down basically to his knees, just brutaled and bloody to death. He is still hanging on to life, though. Yeah. Okay, so that brings us to Zill.
My cape just has charges, right?
Mhm.
Is it 4 charges?
For the feather attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 charges.
Great. I'm gonna use 2 of them.
Okay.
So that is 6 feathers total. I think each one. So he needs to make 6 fortitude survival checks with a DC of 13.
All right. First one is going to be 16. The second one is going to be an 8. Third one is going to be 16, and fourth one is 9.
2 more.
Oh, 2 more. Next one is a 6, and then the last one is an 8.
So he passed 2.
Okay.
So those are going to be halved. So that's 10. So 5 damage, 5 cutting.
Okay.
I'm
assuming you're aiming these at the tongue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I rolled a 12, so that's 6 more.
Okay.
So those are the halved one. These are the next. These are the full ones. Do you just want me to?
Yeah, just
Do it all
total
in-
it up. Yep.
Okay, so 4. So I need 8d12. Do I have 8d12? Let's find out.
Those feathers hit hard. Oh,
They
Yeah.
do. I've got
Demon feathers, I guess.
6d12. Can I find 2 more? 7, 8. 8d12. This is so satisfying.
18-12 cutting
Oh.
damage. Oh boy.
I forgot to be adding my elemental. Oops. So add 2 more to the half damage.
Okay.
So this is going to be 8d12 plus 8. Okie dokie. That is. I rolled a 12, an 11, a 4, a 3, a 3, a 3, a 2, and a 2. That's kind of. It looked really good, and then it didn't. Okay, so 12 plus 11, 23, 26, 30, 36, 40 plus 8, 48 cutting damage.
As you unleash these feathers, it begins to like cut these ropes, chop, all the way back to where the rope is completely behind the veil at this point. It doesn't seem like there is anything left, and the ship itself begins to shake as you begin to see 6 more ropes begin to creep out of the darkness.
Is this a Hydra mimic?
But he's free, so there's that, and you did a ton of damage to it. Ton of damage.
That's what I got.
Okay,
That's
cool.
what I got. That's my whole thing.
Pirate guy here, he's gonna go ahead and use his attack to attempt to cutlass the ground, which is technically you guys are in the mimic, so that's an attack action. So he's gonna do it. He does not hit.
Cut the ground.
Second attack, he got an 18, which does hit, and he is gonna deal 6 points of cutting damage. And then this pirate back here has his 1 attack action. He hits with a 15, and that is going to be 3 damage, cutting damage. Which brings us to Thordane.
Yeah, he takes position on the boat with the fire arrow and is just like,
Go ahead and make an attack action.
sayonara.
Weird question.
Mm-hmm.
Is my cape considered a weapon?
Your cape is considered an accessory, not a weapon.
Okay, so the ring doesn't count. Great.
Correct.
That's a 17
There
to
we go.
hit.
17 to hit, you do, and immediately you hear kind of, boom, and then this combustion as the entire, like a giant hole gets blown in the middle of the ship, and you can see it break in half, and you see these teeth from inside and screeching. Zill and pirates from within, you see as sunlight begins to creep through, and like this impact throws you to the floor, nearly evading, stepping on one of the teeth. And you hear like this, like a squeal, and as these ropes begin to go out, kind of almost like tentacles from the Kraken go out from the middle of the ship as it begins to reach for anything in the immediate vicinity. This is a horrifying look, but a giant hole has been blown in the middle of the ship. What are you guys doing at the moment? I'm going to give you a second to be able to do some kind of reaction.
Who, us?
Anybody.
On the ship?
Anybody.
Oh. He's like, oh, yes. That is a mimic for sure. Philbin, what do you think?
I
Been...
think I'm
so
just there
calm.
watching and being like, what is this thing? What is happening?
Yuki flies over the center of the mimic, high and up above the ropes, and looks down to see if she can see Zill or the pirate or whatever's inside.
You do. It basically, this blew down all the way through. So it's only actually a 3-story ship. And so you blew down 2 rows, and there is a large gap in the center of it. It does look like kind of like a toothy maw as you go down inside, but you are able to see specifically this pirate, and you see Zill splayed out on the floor down below. You do not see the guy.
Oh,
that's
hi
back.
there. I'm glad to see you're not dead. Well, do you need some help?
Thanks.
Please help me! As he like looks up and he sees like Yuki flying over. He's like, I do anything! Don't let it eat me!
All right. So these ropes, how are they moving? How are they
They're-
sensing things?
They are just flailing around outside. So there's like, they're inside here, but also like flailing out the top of them. So there's 6 total.
Is there any way Yuki can join this combat and start whacking ropes?
Yeah, absolutely. At the next combat, you're gonna be rolling an initiative. So,
Sweet. That's what she'll do.
Belvin, are you doing anything other than just watching this happen?
Bellman will climb up onto the mast of our ship.
Okay.
And grab a rope. And is there a safe place to be landing though?
I mean, technically
No.
there are pieces. So like this entire deck's been blown up, but there are decently stable pieces here and over here. To go in, I guess technically.
Yeah. Okay. Bellman will aim for like the front of the ship.
Okay.
And try to swing across there.
Okay. So next priority initiative, you'll be a part of that then. Too.
And Yuki will
Okay.
call over to throw in another barrel.
Okay. So
Call Kokodo.
Yep.
Okay.
A
And
barrel,
so-
please.
that will be prepared for the next combat round. For that. Is that everybody? What's Luxalia doing?
She's hoping
She's just
people.
watching. She's just like, this is great. This is a good show.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And with that, we go ahead and have everybody roll for priority initiative. So, Yuki, you are about 20 feet above the ship, I would
Yeah.
say.
Okay.
Let me duplicate some of these.
Oh, nice. Okay. Not nice. Okay. That's a 15 for Yuki and a natural 1 for Thordane for an 8 for his initiative.
So no second barrels come in this combat since that's his first part of your initiative.
Hmm.
Okay,
15.
I know. For Yuki, that's freaking amazing.
No, Zill got a 15.
Oh, hey. You and I both. Look at us.
Yeah.
so those are where all the tongues are. Yeah, actually, we'll have one slither back here. Why not? And with that, I'm gonna have you guys repeat that.
Yeah. 15 for Yuki. Natural 1 for Thordane for a total of an 8.
15 for Zill.
19 for Belbin.
And then 15 for Yuki, right?
Yeah.
we are going to go ahead and start the combat round off with Belbin. So Belbin, you are on your rope, getting things ready to swing over. I'm gonna have you make an agility survival check as you swing yourself probably 30-ish feet over onto this secondary deck. Front deck.
Agility 13.
13. You do so, and you land on this deck. Basically, there's a gaping hole starting from here going down into the bottom of the ship. And so if you peer down, you can see it. Right here, you are safe from teeth or anything like that. There are no ropes that are currently out to hit you. The ones that are sticking out above are going to be this one, and this one. They're sticking out above. Everything else are down below.
Okay. And is there anything on like my deck?
No.
What is on my deck?
It's just an empty deck.
completely empty.
Technically, there's some ballistas and stuff that are here, but that would be difficult to aim back at yourself. And they don't seem to be necessarily armed ballistas either.
Okay.
So.
Well, I don't really want to jump down there before
Yeah,
the
don't, please don't.
barrel comes. Let's see. Can I? Let me turn on my mouse real quick. I'm gonna walk. Do I still have movement?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So that was, I would say, half your movement.
Okay, I'm gonna go here, peek over the edge.
Okay.
And say, "Hey, Zil. How's it going?"
It's going.
How can I help?
Kill it.
Get me out of here! You hear one of the pirates from down below. Please!
Well, I think I might have a rope. Let me check. I
That
might
won't
have-
hurt.
No.
Let me just double check.
No,
but I
these
did
ropes hurt. They hurt. But you hear a whoosh down below. Ah!
have- Yeah, I've got a grappling hook and a rope. Do you want me to send that down?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use one of my action or a support action to. Well, I guess my support action was probably swinging across, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to wait till maybe the attack round. Can I just use them for attacks?
Yeah,
Like,
you
do
can
start
make
attack?
that, use that grappling hook as a weapon.
But
Whatever works, Balden.
all right, I'll attack you with it during the attack phase.
Thank you.
Kind of hook it on.
If that's how we have to do it.
I would like to attack Zil. What?
Okay,
Hook his
so-
armor. It's like fishing.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all Belvin will
Yuki,
do.
it is your turn.
Okay, so she sees this pirate and he's looking rough, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, he was the one that was on his knees that just like is all sliced up.
He's not like bound or anything, is he?
Nope, not at the
Okay,
moment.
So Yuki's gonna be here, so she's not within reach of him or of the ropes, and she's going to speed down.
Okay.
Use a support action to hook him underneath the arms, and then go up as far as she can.
Okay, so you have a 60-foot flying speed.
60 foot, yeah.
Okay, so you're 20 feet up above, plus it's another 20 feet below, so that's 40 feet.
Yep.
You can go ahead and go 20 feet up, meaning you are about even with the main deck at this point.
That's fine. That's fine. Yep.
Cool.
So that's
And
what they're doing.
he's like holding on to you like with like all of his might as best as he can to try to not fall back into the wall. Thank you, as he's just like holding on for dear life.
And he's just like, stop squirming, you're making it harder.
I'm sorry. As yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump to Zil.
Okay, there's so many things. I'm just gonna stay here next to this thing,
Okay. Cool.
and I'm gonna engage it.
engage it. Perfect. Next is going to be this thing. All of the ropes. They're gonna go ahead and start engaging. With that, they are gonna go ahead and reduce the size. So they're gonna the teeth are coming out. So which means pirate.
A pirate's in the arms of Yuki.
Oh, you're right. So Zil and this pirate are technically teeth attack. So that's going to be its support action. Then we're going to go ahead and engage as best we can. So engage here, engage here, engage here, and engage here. And then this one's engaging here. So you're technically surrounded at this point. Yuki. So.
Yuki. All right, sounds good.
Yep, and your attacks are going to be made at despair. You can make attacks with one weapon as you're basically holding on to this guy.
Oh, you just wait till what's happening.
Okay, I'm freaking ready. Which brings us down to Thordane, who's doing.
Yeah, he's preparing the shot.
Cool.
From Kokoro.
With Kokoro, I'm gonna go ahead. She comes out with a.
Oh wait! Hold up. Thordane's got actually some other things he can do too.
Okay.
Which
Well,
he's gonna
his turn is skipped this combat round because he got a natural one as first. So
That's right.
yeah, he can't do anything. But Kokoro's coming out, and she has a barrel. And she's going to attempt to thrust it. She's gonna make a physical skill check. She got a 27. As this barrel gets put right down into the.
Corporations.
Use this thing as a barrel. Right down there.
What do you mean she got a 27?
27 physical skill check. No big deal.
Yeah, Yuki's gonna call down to Zill and say, "Hey,
What?
if you have anything to blow that up, that would be great. That'd be nice."
Use fire! You hear Luxalia calling from the side.
Yeah.
How close am I to this freaking barrel?
5, 10, 15 feet.
Ow, but I can't move this turn. Well. Okay.
I'm going to take it.
Bring
Take
it
for the team.
to the attack phase. So Belbin.
Elvin will attack Zill
Okay.
with his grappling hook.
This is going to be essentially a D16 plus your dexterity skill check. So dexterity
If
skill
I
check.
want him to hit me,
D16 plus.
does
Well,
that change anything?
it's more about his aim, trying to hook you. You
Okay.
are currently engaged in combat with a rope monster, so makes it a little
Tug of war.
harder.
It's a 12.
12.
Okay, I'm just making sure he's not trying to hit against my DV.
No,
'cause-
he's not. He's not. No, this is there's an actual DC that he has here, and a 12 will grapple him, but it will do some damage. So I'm gonna have you roll a D6, and that's gonna be the damage for cutting.
Oh darn! D6.
2 points.
Oh darn!
The paper
2
cut.
points of damage.
As you just grapple him up. Cool.
Now that I've grappled him, can I start pulling him? Like, can I?
No, that'll be a support
Okay.
support action to use. But you
Okay.
got him. You've got him grappled. If this ship is going down, you've got him. Okay, cool. Which brings us to Yuki.
Yeah, so I have a couple questions, clarifying questions.
Yes.
I'm in technically combat with the ropes. Can I huck the dude into the ocean?
It wasn't this the guy that was on his knees? Like he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll just
So
drown.
you're about even. So you're gonna have to make a big chuck. So a 15-foot chuck of just a full-grown man is gonna require.
Yeah, she's
some-
spinning. She's doing like the Mario that does to Bowser.
Okay, you're using momentum on your as your favor. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Aren't you gonna kill him no matter where he like if he lands on the
Okay, so
ship?
here's the thing. If he moves, every single other creature is going to get an attack on him. Just one attack on him as you throw him, because you're physically moving his body out of there.
Okay, and here's the other question: if this
Okay.
barrel blows up, is he done for?
You're up 20 feet, so chances are you're probably okay.
Okay.
It's down. If it was if you were level with the main deck and he was right next to it, oh yeah, he'd be done for. But
Yeah.
this is not necessarily.
Okay.
He may take some residual damage.
So I basically have one weapon attack, so I have 3 attack actions.
Yes, with
but I
one
can only
weapon.
use my one.
You can't use your dual
weapon.
wielding.
Okay.
Essentially.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to use with my first one Blade Song,
Okay.
and it's at despair, or not despair, whatever the thing is. Take the roll 2, take the lower.
Yeah, despair.
Despair.
Hopefully they got low DB, because that actually wasn't a great roll. I mean, with a plus 10, it's going to be a 15 to hit.
15 will hit all of them.
Okay.
Or whichever one you're doing.
It's just, yeah, so she's going for the one behind her right here.
Here. Gotta broadcast that mouse.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Cool.
Which will be how much damage was it? 7 plus. Okay, where are you? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Okay. How much is it? Plus 9. Yeah, plus 9. Okay. So 7 plus 9, what is that? 9? 16 cutting.
Okay.
For just the first one. And then she's going to combo that into the fire one.
Okay, so you can hit all 3 of these guys.
Exactly. Yeah. Which got rolled to hit. Does she have to roll to hit all of them, or is it just the one attack?
It's just one attack. So one attack. Everybody.
Okay. Well, that's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
And that will be 9 plus 9, so 18 cutting to all of them, plus it's a D4. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh, I'm going between a bajillion pages. Okay.
Extra screens
That
are nice.
is, yeah. Plus 4 fire damage for all of them.
Okay.
So all of them get another 4 fire damage.
As you do this, you just like basically this inferno spins around you. You do slice all of them, and bits and pieces of them get chopped and singed and burned.
So does that mean with my last action I could throw him into the ocean?
He'll still be getting attacks by them.
What?
So,
But they're cut in half.
but they're not slain.
Okay. Well, there you go. Sounds good. Trying to argue my way through it, but they're ropes.
They're ropes. That's true.
They're ropes. All right. All right.
Are you chucking him?
So that's all she can do. Yeah. No, I guess she can do one more attack. She'll hit the same one from behind. So.
Okay, cool.
Will a 24 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yep. 5 plus 9, so 14 cutting.
Okay.
That's normal.
And as you slice, you hear kind of like a as this rope gets whacked
Nice.
to death.
I'll take it.
Cool. Which takes us down to Zill. It is your turn.
Oh, goody. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to chuck an axe at the barrel.
Okay. Yeah, you do have flame damage because of your ring, so you need to pass a DC of a 10 in order to ignite it.
With my hit modifier?
With your hit modifier, so whatever it is to hit DC 10.
Oh my goodness, it keeps getting stuck in the corner. 8. Ah!
You miss. You miss.
Well, we're throwing another one.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness. 13.
13. Zill looses this axe as he's basically holding on with one arm to this grappling hook that's underneath his plate armor. And as you throw, you again this explosion, and it blasts all of you out basically away from it in every direction. There completely blows this thing in half, and you hear a as basically this mimic itself perishes. The veil begins to dissipate altogether, and the teeth begin to shrink in as the ship begins to catch on fire. You see kind of this shape, this kind of black shape, dart out from back beneath the veil kind of coalesces into the shape, and it comes into the middle, and you just see it puff into smoke as it gets destroyed, and the ship is blown in half. All of the ropes fall limp, and I'm gonna have everybody within 20-foot radius, so that includes you guys here, make a fortitude survival check for me. Fortitude survival check for me.
Is that Belbin too?
Belbin, 5, 10. No, you're up further, so
yeah.
you're good. You're
okay.
good.
Okay.
So just those 3.
That's a natural 16 for
The pirate got 18.
Good. For a 24.
Okay, and then this guy, got an 18, and then Zill. 20. You all pass, but each of you do take
explosion damage.
Yeah, it depends on how far you are away from it too. So you guys are, he's 20 feet away, you're 25 feet away. 5, 10, 15 feet away for Zill. So you, here, I'll just calculate the damage. 78 impact damage or fire damage.
My. Oh my.
And that is reduced by half for basically every 5 feet over 10 feet you are away. So 25% is hitting Zill. And what is that? 12.5% of that damage is hitting this guy. What
okay, let me calculate
So
that.
78 divided by 4?
Yeah, divided by 4.
Oh, thank goodness.
78 divided by 5 for this guy, and then it's divided by 6 for you.
Okay, he takes 9.75 impact damage.
Okay.
The guy, and then it's divided by how much for me?
6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That just happened.
The ship
So how does
falls
that work?
apart.
13 for me, and what is it for that guy? 5?
5. Yep.
15 for him.
Okay. Boom! And this explosion happens, and you get all thrown out of the air and plop into the water. Even it basically bursts you out of flight. It's that powerful. Zill or Belbin, you're flung on your back as you nearly basically miss. But as Zill gets thrown, you're actually dragged along with him, and as he dangles off kind of the side of this, you still got him in your grappling hook.
Okay.
And that's going to be the conclusion of battle. And
What about this guy, though? Hold up.
He's
What
still
happened to
beneath.
this guy?
He's still beneath.
Gosh.
And that's going to be the conclusion of our stream today. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
With
Why?
that, let's go ahead and hear your guys' thoughts on today. We'll start reverse order. So let's go with Connor first.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, that was a fun stream. There was a ton happening. Holy cow. Things are moving.
I'm trying to move things quickly.
I did not see the mimic coming. I did not see Sariel being so sassy. And
Can only
I
push
don't know,
someone so far before they snap.
Well, I don't know. Sariel thing is becoming more personal. We'll see how it does. It seems like Belvin is making a lot of enemies on the ship. I had no idea. All the shipmates felt so sorry for her.
Yo, yeah,
Wow.
Belvin's mean.
She sucks at her job. If I'm bad at my job, you know what happens to me? I die. If
Well,
she's bad at her job, you know what happens to us?
Punch someone
We
in the
might die.
face.
Belvin, does that mean you're bad because you almost died twice?
Yes.
I'm not gonna answer that one.
It's okay. One of the times it wasn't controlled by you, so it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the mountain lions though, those guys were something else. Caught me by surprise. I wasn't prepared.
Who would have thought that mountain lions hunted together? Usually
I
they're
know.
lone hunters.
But But yeah, no, I think it was funny. Yeah, just everything it seems to be happening all at once, almost, and maybe in hindsight, maybe regret it. Maybe not. It's too early to tell whether we should have gone after Ragnick ship or not. But now that his dots disappeared, it makes me feel like probably should have done something about it while we could. But yeah, I don't know. It was a fun session. Like I said, a lot happening, a lot that I didn't plan for, and a lot that, like, who would have known the Sariel stuff would come up, and who knew that this Mimic would come up. So yeah, I don't know. I was kind of staying on top of the ship deck, being like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to go down there, but I don't really have any other options. So yeah, glad we blew it up.
Good things you had a black powder. I actually forgot about that, so that expedited the battle quite a bit. That's
Well,
for sure.
and I think too, I would have liked to keep the ship, because if it looks like a pirate ship, it could have been like a pretty good weapon to use against, or like clandestinely get behind the scenes and see what Jackman Knobs was up to. But oh well.
Well, so the thing about this ship a little bit is, so you have this mimic that basically overtook the ship and like became essentially the ship. So it has the defenses of the ship. It has the HP of a ship. And if you guys look at your ship's defenses and whatnot, like it's pretty thick. But the innards of the ship aren't quite as much. So it was good to see that, and also everything that wasn't the ropes was essentially halved damage, and so because it's basically a construct, so it needs siege damage in order to do that. So every damage type is halved.
Is black powder siege damage?
Black powder siege damage. So
Nice.
yeah, it does some serious work. But yeah, so you guys, that was interesting seeing how all that went out. Yeah, it's been a while to laugh so hard at the shenanigans, man. My mouth was quite tired from smiling, so it was good.
Well, and I think the one last thing I forgot too is the ship, like the island is still on fire. We kind of got distracted with the ship, but that's a whole nother like question mark. So yeah.
Exactly.
I think Smoldran was petty and gave them a mimic.
You came here trying to ask for help. Here, I curse you with a mimic. Mimic takes over the ship and eats them. Nice. Dane, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, very similar thoughts to Connor. Like, I did not expect this session to go as it did. I mean, we did hit two of the main things that we were intending to go. I am concerned about Ragnick. I mean, it would be nice if he's gone, but I can't imagine he is, just knowing that, you know, he probably got absorbed into Jackman Knobs or something. I have no idea. But the fact that he's gone is weird. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're way better prepared, knowing where all the pirates are at the very least, and so it doesn't seem as scary. Overall, we're crunched for time because we can just kind of see. We just have to keep the pirates alive. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that it was good. I like the shenanigans. There's always a good, especially with Belbin and like a lot of his stuff. I'm curious what he thinks of Bree now. He saw a new side of Bree, and I think he's got the hots for Bree.
You saw Martha in use,
or maybe Martha. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know which. But
either
way, I was pretty comical, pretty funny. I'm glad we were able to accomplish things. I'm glad that Zill didn't die and actually didn't take nearly as much damage as I think he could have from this.
Yeah.
That pirate's probably dead, unfortunately, after taking 15 damage, 13 damage. Poor guy. Which I think he was the captain, so that's sad. I don't know. I just thought it was really fun. It's crazy fighting a mimic and fighting this kind of stuff. Again, new enemies. New enemies are always a good experience because we're going into it blind. So, and it felt very scary and very challenging, even though we kind of.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna kill off Zill. Because mimics have that instant KO of just devouring you if you get sucked into them. So Zill was literally like, what was that, 10 feet away from just getting eaten.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
But yeah, that's it. I thought it was a really good session, really fun. A lot was done, a lot was accomplished, and I'm curious to see why Smoldran is throwing a hissy fit.
Exactly. Zil, Max, your thoughts?
It was nice to fix my axe, and now I think I just lost it.
Okay, you can breathe underwater. You can swim down and get it. Yeah, you're in the shallows. You're in like the kind of shallower part of like an island. You're not swimming all the way down to the bottom of the Pacific.
How long would it take to try to find my axe?
That's a good point. Depends on how quickly you go after it, I guess.
No. It's like,
I believe in you.
I just wanted to hang out with Smoldran. I just wanted to hang out with him.
We have a good story to tell him now.
Yeah, no, was not expecting that mimic. Was expecting more pirate shenaniganry. Yeah, just, I mean, unexpected fight is always fun. And it's so weird being thrown into it. It's like, look, I was probably going here to fight you, Mr. Pirate, but now you're in a bad situation, so I'll help you out. Yep. Which is always a weird spot to be.
I like how you guys literally just like throw Zil in there. It's like, if there is an issue that needs to be taken care of, Zil, go check it out.
Yeah, it's its purpose.
Yep, it kind of is.
Yeah. Test the waters.
Yeah, because then when you throw Belbin in to go check it out, he just knifes people. Knifes people from a distance.
So yeah, it was fine. Like nothing super deep or crazy. Just wasn't expecting a mimic. It was fun. Yeah.
I didn't see any of that battle.
Nope. It's crazy, and especially like because we're trying to conclude this campaign, and so it's really fun to see like the different kinds of things like at the end of the campaign that I can potentially throw at you to keep you guys on your toes for this. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what you guys are thinking with like Smoldran and everything going forward. And man, it's the role play is what makes these games fun. I mean, the combat and everything is good to like run it against people, but it's not so easy on Vorpal board, at least on my end, that's for sure. But it is really fun to see you guys and like the decisions you make, and obviously the role play is all good. But yeah, going forward, we'll see the next few sessions what this campaign has in store. But I think that's going to be it. Dane, do you have any thing to add before we do go?
No, I mean, aside from just heading on over to our website, those of you who had fun and really enjoyed this session or are curious about Everlast in general, we actually do have a card game, which is cool. We do run local leagues in Colorado, and we have an online version via Tabletop Simulator, which you can get on Steam. Once you purchase it for $20, the Tabletop Simulator itself, you can download the extension for the Everlast trading card game. It's completely free. All the updates or everything, you don't have to pay a single cent for it. You just have to get Tabletop Simulator in order to play it. It's really good. It's really fun. It's a great way to learn how to play it, especially if you have no one to play it with.
Or no cards to play it with.
Exactly. Our Discord is a wonderful place to be able to go and like connect with people to actually play the online version. But if you do want the physical cards and you live in the continental United States, feel free to head over to our website, to the Everlast, or actually no, there's just the store section on our website where you can purchase all of the sets that are out right now. So the first two sets, Heroes of the West and Raising of Helix, as well as some of the EX battle decks from there, as well as Veil of Twilight, Night of Martyrs, which just released back in May, which is pretty cool. So consider checking those out. The cards are awesome. Our artist is amazing, and it's a really fun game to learn how to play. Those of you who are in Colorado, come join us. We have a league coming up at Enchanted Grounds next Saturday, which should be really, really fun. So come join us for that. And then starting in September, we're going to be doing tournament play once a month, which will be good, which will be really, really fun. So you can win some prizes and yeah, just have some good camaraderie via that. Other than that, I'm trying to think of anything else.
We
Kyle,
did. We
you
did
didn't
mention. Well, we did
yeah.
mention on at the beginning of the stream that those who are playing the Everlast TCG on Tabletop Simulator next month, starting on July 1st, we will be having a update to it. So right now it's Prismatic Petals Opus 6 themed for our EX battle deck. We are going to be updating it to Eclaas Eeas theme. So meaning all of the Eclaas Eeas promos and are going to be added, including some really useful arts and a complete board change of everything to Eclaas Eeas, which is good. So very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, so especially if you have no one to play with, that's a great way to be able to play the game, and it's pretty easy to learn. There's the rule books there, and especially if you are playing with someone who knows how to play, it's pretty fun. So come or enjoy that while it's there. It's also great too because we will be starting a Kickstarter within the next few months as well for the next set, coming out for pre-orders for the next set. And so if you want to kind of figure out what is this about, what's the Everlast trading card game about, feel free to head on over there. You can also head over to our eBay if you're an international customer, and you can purchase those via eBay because they have a really cool international shippers program. So you're paying way less for the shipping aspect of it too. You do have to pay VAT tax if you live in Europe. Unfortunately, that's something that's new, but everywhere else, or EU, I should say, specify EU because not everything's EU. But everywhere else, you basically pay pretty cheap shipping, which is pretty nice. You don't have to pay the crazy like $50-$60 or more. So it's good. Yeah. So check it out. Anything else from you, Kyle?
I will be continuing my stream of Elder Scrolls Oblivion come Monday, so join me for that, and it'll be a pretty normal streaming week. Dane and I will be streaming the Everlast TCG on Wednesday as normal, 9 a.m. JST, and we are going to be doing 2 new decks. So we're going to be doing the deck that we built at the end of stream last week, which is Mira, the Fortful Alanthal, against the Tide March, which is essentially all of the sea creatures, the Aquians, and so... yeah, very excited to see how those compete against each other, and should be very interesting.
Cool. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. So yeah, that's it.
Have a good one, each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us. For those who joined us through the whole stream or those who just jumped in, we're very much appreciative of you. God bless each and every one of you. May Lamnia guide you, and we're praying for you. Pray for us, and make sure we pray for each other. We will see you all. I will see you all on Monday, and everyone else will see you in a couple of weeks for some more Adventures of Eclaas Eeas. Bye, everybody.